Is that fluffy or scruffy or?
Now get.
There we go.
Well, darn, it looks like I laid out the handheld and the charger. I didn't pack them. Well, I can buy one. Hey, I'll get together with with you if you got a couple of those club ones.
Yeah.
Or have you got those or somebody else?
I do.
Okay.
I do.
I either catch up with you one night this week or at the weekend.
Okay. Yeah, this week's going to be poof. Sunday is probably the only thing that's open. I got 6 Zoom events this week, so
okay,
it's crazy.
I mean, it can be a hit. I'm okay if it's a hit and run too.
It's crazy.
I'll pick up some cash.
I'm staying here at the house. There it is. It's streaming. Holy cow! There's a bunch of people on Zoom. What's going on in Zoom? Oh no, that's the old one. I got the old one's still there. That's why it's got a lot of people there. Let me go get that. Golly gee, Zoom is all screwed up. Oh my.
Yeah, it made me update before I could log in.
No, I've got the old links still hooked up there.
Oh.
I need to go do those. I do. Okay, Google Studio.
What is this program?
With my screen?
Yeah.
That is my Flex radio with my Flex 1500 cheapie with the WSJTX on top of it.
Okay.
It's decoding.
Okay.
It's
very
decoding.
flexy.
It's very flexy. I hooked up.
Oh, I don't recognize it side by side. I got it. Okay.
Yeah. See here.
Mine's up above. Okay.
Yes, I can move.
Okay.
I just put it over the center of the Flex.
160 meters on FT8 is doing quite well right now.
Oh, is it? I have a 6-meter dipole that's 12 feet in the air, and I was working on 630 meters. I was hearing.
Well, that's better than lying on the ground.
Yeah, I did increase it significantly.
Like most of your other antennas.
Yeah. Yep. That one was actually pulling up that 630 on the ground. I couldn't believe that. Let's see. Where's the live? There's the live stream. Let's go get the stream ID.
Jim.
Copy that. Go over to the web page. Yeah, so I hooked it up. I basically hooked the software up the other day and was trying to just make sure it wouldn't blow up, and it's worked out well.
Good.
I had a hard drive fail on my machine that was doing all this stuff. So I put a brand new solid state drive in, and now I'm boogieing.
Oh, hello, Mark. Hello, Mark.
Hello. How you doing, Mike?
Good.
You up to about what, 2-3 feet of snow now?
Nothing. We're in a drought.
Uh-oh.
Nothing coming for a week. That's great. They can wait.
I talked to a friend in Nashville, and he said it was snowing there last night.
Cleveland had a foot today.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
Ohio up there had about 12 inches of snow today.
They did.
Yep.
Yikes.
Yeah, there's a low right over Ontario, and it's circling just to the east of us, and we get nothing. That's good.
Yeah, I say you're going to complain.
I believe you guys are due for some tomorrow.
Come on, John.
Hey, man, don't care. I'm in Destin, Florida, right now.
Oh, are you? That's right. You're down south.
Yep. Yep.
Don's here in Oklahoma City, and you're in Destin. Awesome.
Hey, Don. Enjoying the sleet?
No, Don brought the snow with him. We'll get that tomorrow.
Yeah. There
Oh,
you go.
that's right. Yeah, they keep weather service doesn't say as much as the crazy people on TV are saying.
Well, we're going
They're
to
rather conservative about it. I mean, really.
We're probably going to get about an inch here.
Well, weather service wasn't saying that.
Yeah, well, upper towards Woodward, up towards Alba, they're supposed to get 6 to 10 inches.
What?
Yeah.
Man.
I was on the webinar last week or on Monday, and they didn't say anything about that.
Well, it changes. You know how Oklahoma is.
Man.
That's why they said we're probably going to get, by tomorrow night, we're probably going to have about an inch of snow here.
Ah.
Let her rip.
But none in Destin.
Nope, none in Destin. No. We'll get a little bit of rain Friday, and that's about it. It got kind of chilly here, though. People were freaking out because it got down to 35. We're walking around in shorts and in a light jacket, you know?
But think about us when you're running around in tank top and shorts and sandals and, you know.
Absolutely.
We're going to be in snowshoes by Thursday.
Oh no! See, don't say that. You're supporting Mark's. You're supporting Mark's attitude. I don't want to hear that.
I just read. I still get some stuff, and one of the things I get is weather forecast from Oklahoma County Emergency Management, and you know they're unlike the news media. They have no dog in this chase, you know. And
Right.
Anyway, yeah, it's not a pretty Wednesday night drive and Thursday morning. So, but we'll see.
Get your dog teams out.
Yeah, that's a long time from now, you know.
Yeah, I get to drive into I don't know what kind of weather I'm going to be seeing on Saturday when I drive back. So, woohoo. That'll be fun.
As long as you got 4-wheel drive, you'll be in good.
Yeah, not in the van, but it'll be all right. It'll be loaded down. So I got some teenagers that'll push. So
That's more important.
We got Ken Goddard in here, W5 CGP. Hello, Ken. I don't think he's probably only able to listen, but I see his box down there has joined us.
Oh, look at you.
Connecting to audio.
Oh, there we go.
Well, good. Holy cow! Here they all come.
Well, it's a magic hour.
Who's got radio problems? Who's got some radio questions? Anybody got anything?
Unless you can explain why I came to Oklahoma and forgot to bring a radio.
Yeah, I can explain that. It'll take longer than the 2 hours we have.
Actually, I did put one in the car, but I need one of those little T-style power cables. So fastest thing's probably going to be ordered on Amazon, and I'll have it by the weekend.
T-style power. What?
You know, the plus about this big, and they're T shape of a T. The one connector.
what are they? The 4 millimeter blade connectors, and one's they're not parallel. They're yeah. I know which ones you're talking about.
Fairly common on Yaesu radios.
Oh, I don't speak Yaesu. That must T, huh? I don't know. I don't know that one. I'm gonna have to go look that one up.
You know,
Hey,
I probably yeah.
Ken Goddard, W5 CGP. If you can hear me, take your last name off of there so we can get your call sign in there.
Or say hi.
Hello.
Ken's new to the group. He just showed up on Facebook the other day.
Yeah, he just joined the club, and
Yeah.
I talked with him earlier today, and he said he was going to try to
Oh, good.
join the group tonight.
Oh, so you're the reason. Darn. Okay.
I am.
Okay. Okie dokie. 160's not giving me much here.
It just died out. I got 4 contacts, and then there was nothing. No others.
You see these big bars on my screen? That's the it's some kind of noise or something. This is nothing. This is nothing.
Mark, what are you doing? FT8?
No, this is Whisper.
Oh, okay.
I hooked up the Flex and the audio channels and the cat software and all that good stuff. So now if I just flick the button over here on Whisper, let's go over to see if Ken's listening. Click it on the button and it moves it over. The Flex is behind this. It goes over there to 630 meters, the big long band. I was really trying to play around, see what the CPU usage does. If you turn off the waterfall on the Flex, it's like 3%. It doesn't take much at all, but the waterfall takes about 20% of the processor, and the zoom stuff seems to take about 20%.
Reason I asked that is I'm gonna turn it around here a little bit, see if I can show it. See the monitors behind me?
Yeah.
I'm actually doing FT8.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Well, see if Mike can listen for you. Where you at? What band?
I'm at 20 meters. I'm at 14,074.
Well, let me see if should let me listen here. I heard a doorbell. I don't know who showed. Well, Dave snuck in on me.
What's your Mark? What's your TX
There's Bill Lockett.
hertz?
Mark Clayton.
Yeah, I'm looking.
Okay.
There's Bill Lockett or the Great Pumpkin, one or the other. I'm not sure which.
FTA.
There's not much on 20 right now.
No, it's not. I only see 4.
I've never done JT8 over here. We'll see what it does.
So can you go to, say, 80 or 40?
Yeah, you can switch them on that on the FT8. One I was playing around with the most was 20 meter.
Well, flip to 40 or 80. See if you can get Mike.
Hold on.
What do you think is going to work? 80, Mike, from there?
Well, 80 is real full. There's a few more breaks in 40. Not many.
Let's go to gallery view since the world's shown up. Look at that. Old Bill Baker's there. Hi, and Mikey's there. Mike. Oh, my goodness. 2 all beef patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a sesame seed bun.
Have it your way, Bill.
Okay.
Sorry, I don't have Brahms slogans.
What's Brahms? Hey, you people are too stupid to think a 3rd pound is smaller than a 4th pound, so we're going to make 4th pound burgers. That's Brahms' message.
I'm sure Susie could come up with a few.
Her favorite is the people that don't know how many cents is in a dime. They don't know what a nickel is.
And they all apply to work for her.
Yes.
Yeah. Based on my last burger, they got hired.
Well, I'm very, very happy this evening, though. She just came in from work, and she had a phone call earlier today from the Social Security Department that she has been approved for Medicare. So that's a big load off our minds.
Oh, yay.
Yay.
You'll sober up about the weekend.
So somebody that actually got a real call from the Social Security Department.
Right.
That's a lot of scams been going around.
Yeah.
There's Ken and there's Wayne is there and Ian's there and It moved again. Randy's there. Hello, hi guys.
Hello.
Anybody got a radio problem or a radio story? Let's see if we can get one of those going.
Well, I acquired a couple of commercial VHF Yagis, and I'm trying to convert one of them to 220 with minimal effort. The company I used to work for, which shall remain nameless,
yes,
threw out
a
couple of VHF, I mean, brand new, out of the box, but never used Yagis. And I happened to stumble upon them over the weekend. They were sitting out behind their dumpster.
Got it.
So I was very surprised because, you know, I retired from there September 3rd, and those antennas sat around there for quite some time. And I wondered, you know, are they ever going to use these things? And I guess they got tired of looking at them.
How many elements are they, Jeff?
Pardon me?
How many elements?
5.
What is it resonant on normally?
Well, they come from the factory tuned for the lowest frequency that they're made for, which is 150. And then you can, they come with instructions. You can use them all the way up to 174. But some guy that worked there cut them incorrectly. And instead of figuring out that would be very easy to resolve, I guess they decided to throw them away. And so I should be able to convert one of them to 220 without too much problem. I'm just trying to figure out the proper spacing between the elements.
Yeah. Have you found some of those internet Yagi things?
The formulas.
Yeah, or the computer calculator things. Okay.
Yeah, I'm working with. I may turn this one into a 7 element. I've got enough boom length and enough hardware to go up to 7 elements.
My 2 cents on that is go ahead and cut the elements in the neighborhood of where you think they should be. Don't fool with the spacing. Try it and see if you like it. And then if it's not where you like it, fool with the spacing. Unless they're really easy to adjust.
Well, they're not. I mean, the holes are already drilled through the boom, which is, and that's kind of what I was thinking, Don. I was going to go ahead and cut the elements for the resonant frequency that I want on 220 and use them at the existing spacing and see how that works.
You'll probably be quite happy with it.
Probably. And my only purpose for wanting to put one on 220 is I talked with Ken, W5CGP, up there in Oklahoma City on the 220 machine. And from down here in Norman, it's a little bit of snap, crackle, and pop on the antenna I have now. So if I put a 5-element Yagi pointed at the Oklahoma City repeater, I'm quite certain it'll be fine.
Yeah, I hear you. I once was acquired, whatever you want to call it, a corner reflector for about 160 with the intent of converting it to 220. Unfortunately, it never happened. But I mean, this sucker was, 2.5 feet on a side with a single folded dipole driven element. Probably would have been, it was a beast, but probably would have been fun on 220 had I ever got it going.
I thought you meant 160 meters. I was panicking.
That's one heck of a corner reflector there, buddy.
So I thought, how did I not get stuck into dragging that home for you?
No, this one was actually this was a post.
Okay. Well, you fuzzed there, Don. I don't know if you're on purpose.
Say again?
You fuzzed your audio, but
Oh, am I talking too loud?
No, it just dropped away for no packets. So I guess
Oh,
the
yeah.
neighbors were pulling too much load.
it's that high quality hotel internet probably,
That's it. That's
and,
it.
and the porn I'm watching in the other screen.
Yeah, it's probably all it's
That's it. Yeah.
That's right. We got an Ed Murphy in there. Hi, Ed. Welcome.
Hi there. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear. Good signal.
Yeah, Jim.
Oh, your mic went down. Hold on. We lost you. Unmute.
And you're muted now.
Oh, okay, how now?
Good.
So Jim Fabian out here mentioned it to me on Tuesday, and he said I might want to join and see what you guys are up to. I said, great. So
Good.
Thank you.
Jim's from Enid area, and we're gonna help them do the Enid Ham Fest on Zoom on Saturday, and he had said he was going to invite some folks down. So, well, neat. Where are you at physically, Ed? Are you in?
I'm in Enid. I probably live 2 miles from where Jim's business is up here.
Oh, okay. Well, good.
So speaking of Enid, don't they have that Ham Fest going on this weekend?
It is.
Correct.
Okay, I sent a message over their website asking, well, how in the heck am I supposed to pay? Because there's nothing on the website that tells me how to pay. Nobody ever got back to me.
Well, there was something on there. I'll go take a look and make sure that there's not something that's been taken down. But
isn't there 2 websites though, Ed?
Well, it's off the Enid Area Radio Club page. There's a link, and then the whole thing that we're doing is listed on there. How to pay for your admission, raffle tickets, everything else.
Let me go see where that's at. I thought I remembered there was 2. Let's see. Enid.
Okay, the page that I was on was enidarc.org/EnidHamFest.
See, and the one that I've got listed is enidarc.squarespace.com/EnidHamFest. I don't know if that's the same. Let me flip my video here.
Yeah, and this page that I'm on talks about cost and everything, but there's no link here on how to go in and pay.
Wayne, does yours look like mine?
Absolutely.
Okay. I'm on Squarespace link is where I'm at. But I don't
And that's
see
different from what I'm on because I'm on enidarc.org/EnidHamFest.
Yep. I'm with you. I don't see I see a spot for the vendors.
So then I went on the Enid ARC website and filled out their little contact form and asked them, well, how am I supposed to pay? And nobody got back with me. So I'm guessing they're not worried about it too much.
Well, I just got off the phone with Jim earlier, right before we got on this, and he's mucking with a bunch of stuff. So maybe Ed, can you poke him?
This was about a week ago.
Because I don't. Did you find Ed? Did you find the purchase page?
Yeah, I'm technically challenged here. I'm afraid to do something and lose this.
Oh, you won't lose anything. Come on,
Okay.
you can do it.
We'll
just laugh at you if you disappear. Don't worry
He's
about
worried
it.
about losing us. I mean,
Yeah.
It's a good little ham fest. I went there last year. It was a nice little road trip.
Oh yeah, it's great. The hot dogs are always worth the trip.
Oh, yeah. I even had 2. They had extra.
So they're actually going to do it live on location, huh?
Nope, on
You got to
Zoom.
provide your own hot dogs.
Yeah, on Zoom. On this same Bat Zoom channel is coming out. I sent them a message that says, "How you guys doing all that stuff? That's pretty cool." And they go, "We have no idea." Oops. And I said, "Well, I can probably help you." So we'll get that one going.
Wayne, have you been able to salvage any of your gap?
Yeah, I took it all apart and I did an evaluation, and I've got to replace the midsection of the mast and 4 of the tuning rods and every one of the counterpoise rods. And I've sent an email to Gap and to a local company here asking for quotes, and they hadn't got back with me just yet.
Okay.
But I've got when it broke the antenna, it also severed the coax, which runs inside the antenna. So
Right.
I got to get with Gap, find out what that coax assembly is going to cost.
Yeah. You'll
So,
take a whole new harness, I imagine.
Yeah, there's more than a coax in there. There's a harness with some encapsulated something in there.
Well, it's about 100 foot of coax, and it doubles back on itself quite a bit, and then it's actually fed from the center. It's spliced in from the center, and that's how it feeds the antenna.
Is that the Titan?
Yeah, it's a Titan.
Wayne, this is Ed.
Yes.
When you go to the page, do you see next to Hamfest, do you see store?
You mean at the very top?
Oh, very top. Yeah.
Okay.
If you hit it, click store, then that's what you want. That's what you're looking for.
Oh, that's
Okay.
tough to find. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Got it. Need a link down here in the middle of this for us dumb old guys that can't read that
Yeah. For us
fine print.
non-smart guys, it might they'd be better to have a link on the actual handset.
Yeah. Yeah, I see it now. Okay. Good. Huh. So you're talking like most of the aluminum and the harness itself is all gone. You might be able to patch that harness.
Well, the whole coax assembly, it goes up from the bottom, but then it doubles back 3 or 4 times and makes a loop inside the mast before it goes on up to the top. But about 3/4 of the way up, it actually, and I'm not exactly sure because I hadn't taken it all apart, but it actually has a couple little pigtails that comes out the side of the mast that attach to the aluminum. And that's where it feeds it. Actually, they call it a center feed, but it's actually like 3/4 of the way up the antenna. And then there's a coax that goes all the way to the top. There's a tuning capacitor on top for 80 meters. So, and right there where it bent, when I took it apart and I looked at the coax, it severed the coax right there. So I don't know if that can be, I don't know if I should try to solder all that back together and whether it's going to throw everything out of whack.
Do you have a nano VNA?
Because obviously when you do, it's going to make it a little shorter. I'm sorry, Lee.
Do you have a nano VNA?
I don't even know what that is.
It's a analyzer that you can use, and you can hook it up to your coax, and it can tell you where a break may be in your coax, what distance.
Yeah, he knows where the break is. It's
I know where the break is. I mean, I could see it. It's
oh, you
right
know
there.
exactly where it's at.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, yeah, but that's a good idea. I mean, it's right there where the aluminum kinked, and it was pretty sharp. I mean, it broke clean, and it cut it cut it right there. Yeah, but the question is, if I were to try to solder that, it would probably end up being an inch or two short.
Well, you don't have to. I mean, you can just butt it back up.
I'm sorry, Mark.
You can just butt the thing back up and use maybe like a tiny crimp or a tiny piece of some metal around that, like a little sleeve around the center pin, and then put some goop around it, some insulator kind of stuff, and then use something like tinfoil or solder some kind of braid back around it. Now, it wouldn't be perfect, but it's inside the aluminum, so it's going to be shielded anyway.
I mean, that's an idea, and I've got plenty of heat shrink tubing that I can.
just heat shrink the bejesus out of the thing.
I had thought about that. I didn't know how disastrous that I would
Well, it's wrecked already, right?
make it. I mean, it's
already-
already broken now.
you're already screwed. But if that's the only thing, now you got a bunch of that.
Well, that's not the only thing I got.
Yeah, you got a bunch of that other stuff to fix.
But that could save me $100 or whatever for.
Yeah, I'm gonna bet that
Alexis.
harness is at least, from what you're saying, it's a.
Well,
bunch
the whole
of stuff.
thing is $500 now.
Yeah.
So the harness is probably a couple. So that's a good idea. I mean, I may try it.
That means you're already screwed. So you're not going to ruin anything. And then once you get it put up, like Lee said, pull out the Vector VNA and just see how it performs on all the bands. And I mean, I don't understand that antenna, period. I have no idea if it's good, bad, or otherwise. Doug Forsyth has one for the Weather Center. And I looked at it and I went, I am not smart enough to do this. And it's still there.
Well, in the 6 years that I had it, it's been up 4, 5 of those 6 years, and it's always worked real good. Now, in my yard, in my small yard over in Moore, it didn't work quite so well because it was close to a metal building, but you know, it's a decent antenna for a vertical.
8 bands, good gosh.
Well, you can't really count a whole lot on 80 meters because it's only got 100 kilohertz on 80 meters. And I've never had much luck with it on 80.
Carl, yours is still up and working, isn't it?
I'm sorry, sir.
Carl,
What?
yours is still up and working, isn't it?
My gap?
Yeah.
Yes, it is. It's of course the only frequency that I get is 40 meters.
Which gap you got?
The
Mono gap?
Challenger.
Oh, Challenger.
Oh, yeah. I had the Challenger before I got this one. That's a good one, too.
What's the difference? Just doesn't have 80 probably, or?
Didn't have 17.
Oh,
It had more on 80, but it just didn't have 17. But you can modify the 12 meter stub, and I think they said add 6 inches to it, and you got 17. Tried that and it didn't work, but that's what the guy at Gap said.
I had the Titan years ago.
Yeah, and how'd that work for you?
Did all right.
And that's what I got is the Titan. That's what I have in pieces. If I could just find me a supplier. I contacted this aluminum company that actually Carl told me about. It's Metals Marketplace or something like that over there off of 89th Street in Moore. I think it was Carl. Somebody mentioned it.
Yeah,
And-
I've done a lot of business with them.
Yeah, and of course they didn't have prices on their website, and it was the weekend, so I actually just filled out their form and requested a quote, and they hadn't got back with me yet.
Was that Metals Marketplace?
Yeah, it's according to the map, it's up off of 89th by 35.
Yeah, just west of I-35 and turn at the car wash, go north, and you'll follow that windy road around, and you can't miss it.
Yeah, if I hadn't heard from them by tomorrow, I mean, it was like Saturday when I sent in the quote. If I hadn't heard by tomorrow, I may give them a shout.
You know, Dave, WZZ, he just,
N5ZZM.
yeah, that's it, ZZM. Yep, he just got finished doing something with his his gap antenna. He had to either fix it or replace it or something.
He replaced it, I think, Carl.
So I'm actually thinking about, when I put this thing back together, I actually thought about sleeving the mast with some Schedule 40 PVC just to make it more steady.
Hey, Dave might be wanting to sell some parts out of that one he had.
What, does he have parts?
Oh, that's okay.
He had one that failed. What was that? The Big Blow? Was he in that Big Blow? I think he was.
Yeah.
I think that's when his went down.
Carl, are you talking about special metals?
Metal.
It's called Metal Marketplace, isn't it?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that's the
Metal Marketplace.
like a group website for a bunch of different stores. Then the local stores are independent or something. It's like the the locksmith stuff.
Yes,
that is like the most expensive place in the world to buy metal.
Is it?
Yeah,
Where's the cheapest place?
Huh?
Where's the cheapest place?
Well, it depends what you want.
Metal.
I mean,
Yeah.
aluminum, steel. You know,
Where would be a good place to get aluminum 3/8 inch rod to make Yagi elements with?
I mean, it's a little drive, but I would go to Wichita and go to the Yard. Place called the Yard up there. It's
Which Wichita, Kansas, or Wichita?
yeah, no, Wichita, Kansas.
The one without the falls.
See, I used to live down in Southwest Oklahoma, and when they say Wichita, you're talking about Wichita Falls.
Yeah, and you can stop at Derby at the Radio Shack and look at radio stuff. I mean, it makes it for a good little trip, but the Yard is. I mean, they've got if you want aluminum, they've got any size, shape, and it's all by the pound.
Aluminumyard.com. Holy cow. Look at those pictures.
Don't know what you're.
Do they cut it for you?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, cuts, I think 50 cents or something. Just depends on what
bet
you
they
want.
ship. What do you bet?
The Yard? I don't know.
It says Aluminum Yard, and here it says contact us for more info. They reasonable freight. Well, I guess they're
Yeah, but your small potatoes and
but
Small potatoes.
Jeff won't tick them off like you would, Peter. He'd make real nice.
well, you're probably right there.
Oh,
I got to say, I love to make a day trip up there and, stop at Derby. And then there's actually a really good barbecue place like 2 blocks from the Yard. And I mean, it makes for a good little trip.
You're into experiential travel is what you're telling me.
I'm into barbecue for one.
Well, hey,
or one,
there's
it
nothing
into
wrong
me,
with that.
But anyway, makes for a nice little trip. I do it a couple, 3 times a year. But they have, I mean,
where are you going up next?
Well, I don't know right now with
I'll
the
broker a deal here.
current
10%
situation.
mine.
Yeah, if you're going up there like in the next few days, then I'll just give you my order.
Jeff and Wayne will give you their wallets.
I'm
not going anywhere until probably April.
So, half inch.
But
it's like a gun club. There's a place called Powder Valley up in Kansas, and what several people do is they'll decide that, well, they need so many pounds of this and so many pounds of that, and so forth. So everybody get together and give one guy his money, and he'll run up and get 200 pounds of gunpowder and bring back for spread it out among all the people.
So what size aluminum rod do you want? I'm kind of a metal collector. I've got a lot of metal back here. I don't have much rod.
I need half inch. I need 4 times 102 inches and 4 times 80 inches.
Okay, and half inch.
Tube, though, right? Not rod. Tube.
Tube, yeah, tube.
Oh, okay.
And I also need an 8 foot by 1 1/4 inch tube. That's the mass. I could put duct tape around that. I wonder if that would go very well. I actually thought about sleeving it on the outside, but I didn't know how that was going to mess up the radio.
Well, if you use a cheap PVC, it should be fine. Use the irrigation PVC.
On the outside, though, I was going to sleeve it on the outside with aluminum.
Oh, aluminum, yeah.
Oh, yeah. You know, you could try using the metallic duct tape used to seal up air conditioning.
Oh, yeah.
It's
silver duct tape,
Yeah, my big concern is with the high winds we get down here. I don't know how.
Well, no, you wrap it around there because it's metallic. So you wrap it around there, and then you can put a couple solder points on your brake, and then sleeve it with your PVC, and that should hold it.
Well, when I used to work in HVAC, we used to have this foil tape that we used.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about.
Okay. Yeah, I thought about that too. Good stuff. It'd cut the crap out of your fingers, but
damn straight.
That's it.
That's the stuff.
I mean,
that's aluminum too, isn't it? I mean, isn't that?
Yeah,
it's aluminum. That's an idea. I mean, that's a redneck idea, but you know, it saves some money.
The right answer is you're already broke.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. I could always put a couple pigtail wires.
Yeah.
You know, put some braid across it just to make sure I got a connection.
Yep.
Well, that's some good ideas. I'll have to see if the weather's going to cooperate. Of course, this time I'm putting my guy post in concrete, so then I will move. But you know, when the antenna broke, all 6 of my guy lines were still tied. None of them broke. The antenna itself gave out.
Not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I'd have to. You want the cheapest thing to break.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We worked our tail off on big trucks to get it so that the drive shaft would snap before the transmission or the pumpkin would tear up. And we worked our tail off to get, beefed everything up and the drive shaft would snap. And after about 6 months of snapping drive shafts, half of us were happy. Woohoo, we broke the cheapest thing. And there's a couple guys said, if we got a better drive shaft, we wouldn't do this. No, no, that's our 10-cent fuse. Quit doing that.
Well, hey, you know what a certain automotive company did is they put in cheap universal joints.
Yeah.
So those would blow out before the drive shaft or the transmission would blow out.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, growing up on a farm, every brush hog's got a shear pin, and
right,
you have weak spots that are easy and cheap.
Yep.
Yo, everybody.
Oh, David.
And my 6 hours plus a day of Zoom. I got to show something here. I got something interesting.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Everybody knows what that is,
there
right?
I was trying to find him.
Okay. Hold on. What is it?
It's one of those FirstNet phones, isn't it?
It's a black box.
It's a Sonom XP8.
Okay, yeah.
All right.
I have to make you bigger.
All right. Okay. Let me link in. All right. Hang on here.
Oh, I bet I know what it is.
Uh-huh. So anyone got a radio? What is it? TAC 312 or whatever? What's I haven't been out of it, so
this is the thing that was in QST.
What talk group are you programmed up for?
Give me one. You just punch it in.
31.4. Is that just a regular XP8?
Yes.
I got one of those.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Anybody surprised?
You got to run a server component on it. I'm working on building a Docker image to make this easier. Yeah, give me a talk group.
Go to let's see, what's 3140. Just go to statewide.
What's 3140?
Statewide, Oklahoma State. Statewide.
All right.
Hello, CQ, David Hickman, N5HZ, and an R on 3140.
There you go. K5DHH.
Oh my.
Uh-huh.
That's not the one that has the radio in it, though, right?
This is no radio. This is strictly what this is I've got an app running here that uses the SDR protocols to go to you have three things running on a Linux box somewhere. MMDVM, then you have an analog converter, a controller, and then you actually run an MD380 emulator. Combine that all together, and it's all crazy instructions, so I'm trying to get it simplified. But my goal now is to make a Docker image.
Oh, that'd be cool.
And then, you do that, put your stuff in there. And remember now with DMR, you got to put a password on it.
Yeah.
And you put that in here, put your firewall rules in place, or you got to put it on a machine that can be reached from the internet or, through port. This works behind a firewall. And
what's so special about the Sonim? Nothing?
Nothing. It just has to push the talk button.
Oh,
3 days of battery life.
Got it.
Yeah, I'm just got it with an AT&T SIM in here, or T-Mobile SIM, and it's about 3 days of battery life and works very reliable.
Yeah, I've got XP8 for my FirstNet account.
Yeah. The thing in QST this month actually had a 70 centimeter radio in it as well.
Yeah.
Do they sell that separately, or is it?
Is it an R finder?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought it was Sonim, and I couldn't figure.
Doing something similar to it. Yeah, it's got the radio part, but then it's also got a copy of MMDVM running inside of it, so that way you can bypass the radio part if you want.
I think that's right.
And Phil's got one of those R finders. He's had
one, but man, at $900, no thanks.
Yeah, I have one too, and it's not worth the cost.
It was such a cool idea, but didn't work.
Oh, it is. Well, roaming, be able to GPS roam, turn your phone. Doom. There you go. And then it'll go on the net when necessary. Yeah, I took this to we went RVing for the last 2 weeks, and I used this the whole time. This was great, man, to be able to just talk radio late night and stay awake. So, yeah. My only complaint about this Sonim is where you hold it. The problem is you end up hitting the emergency button or whatever when you're doing push to talk.
I have got at least 2 dozen emails or text messages from Norman 911
for tripping. I've disabled it. I disabled the button there and the camera button.
Yeah,
so that way I can use it.
I just figured out. I thought it was the front panel, so I've been fighting that, and I just figured out it was a side button. I didn't realize there was a side button, so I just disabled mine.
Yeah, I like the idea of the camera button there. That's kind of neat. So it works like a regular camera.
Yeah,
but no, my idea is man. I was doing it this weekend, talking on nationwide, and some old ham just started ripping me up. Oh, they were telling me how that's not radio, you're just ruining it now, and DMR and hotspots and blah blah. Oh my god.
I remember when they said that about VHF though, so hang on.
And it was the same thing. What I told them my plan was, I said, actually one of my ideas I'm thinking about doing is if I get a good image going, all that is talk to people together, and why don't we run those of us who can do that, and then all you got, the barrier of entry now for some guy that's in a nursing home or can't, is an Android phone.
Yep.
And there it is. They can still play radio and talk ham radio and all that and still get out because I'm in the process of relocating, and because we refuse, my in-laws will not go in a nursing home. So that's why we're relocating. And so there, and I said, I just told Amy, said, we're putting that addition in the house, and I'm building a ham shack into that addition how I want. I said, just think of the day is eventually if I ever had to go in, I mean, it'll kill me if I had to go into a nursing home, because especially since I'm an HF guy.
Literally.
Where are you going, Dave?
Huh?
Where are you moving?
Paragould, Arkansas, about 30 miles north of Paragould, Arkansas, about 20 miles from the border of Missouri, and then about 40 miles west of the border of Missouri. Yeah, they got fiber up there. That county decided to actually put fiber everywhere they offer electric. And so I can get gigabit fiber. Right now I'm paying $120 a month for true gigabit fiber that Google's 7 milliseconds away. And they've got 20 miles of dirt roads to get to their house, from the nearest town of 5,000.
Big time. Yeah. Hey, I see Eric dropped on here, and I'm glad you're talking, David. Eric meet David, David meet Eric. Eric's from Seminole, and he's an IT guy down there looking for networking kind of stuff. And remote might be a thing. Do you have any options for him for network administrator where you're at?
Network guys, God.
Hey guys, what's up?
There's what, 4 of us on here now?
Yeah.
Eric's from Seminole, so say hi, Eric.
Hello, guys.
Hello.
Pretty much all the cloud, any cloud companies. I work at Netscope now, which is a cloud company. Anymore, the whole industry is shifting, especially do you do InfoSec?
Yeah, I do. Last gig I had was doing kind of a mix between DevOps and infrastructure management.
Oh crap! You can do the job doing remote. That's
yeah.
If you can speak DevOps, do you know Kubernetes?
Yeah, a little bit. I kind of really just started scratching the surface when I got laid off from my last gig. Well, before the place crumbled. So
don't get David starting on Kubernetes. Don't get him started. Don't do that.
Yeah, I won't. I'm going down that road a little bit myself. So, but yeah, if something comes up or you hear something, let me know for sure. I'm definitely open ears.
Oh, okay. Cool. Yeah. I know my company, you just have to go to Netscope's page, do it, but we're going pretty much most of the high end IT is all going remote. The days of going to an office, I think, are over.
Okay. Yeah. That's kind of how my last gig was for sure. I mean, it was, I was really pretty much, hired on as systems admin, but then kind of started scratching the surface of pretty much DevOps stuff. And that's when we started getting into Kubernetes and Ansible and Terraform and all that good stuff.
Yep.
So,
and the days of touching a server are few and far between. And
yeah, absolutely. No, I agree. But yeah, good to meet you guys. I'll be on here listening.
Yeah.
I understand Dominion is looking for some people.
Who?
Dominion.
I don't know what that is.
Work on those X-Sky servers.
They build voting machines.
Oh, right.
you know the deep then it goes into the Sky servers too that supposedly disappeared from Germany.
Yeah, along with that monolith out in Utah.
Oh my God! Oh, it's in Europe now.
Yeah, right.
It showed up in Europe.
Yeah, I saw that.
So yeah, whatever. Hey, I was just sitting. I saw that monolith. I'm thinking, I wonder if I loaded that thing, what it would do for transmit.
All you gotta do is just gamma feed it.
I've looked at those. You ever seen those weird? There's that one company that makes that 80-meter loop antenna.
Isotron.
What?
Yeah, not Isotron. There's another one. They make it. It's like 10 feet wide. Is a huge loop with like a 10-foot diameter, and then they make a 40-meter and up gadget that looks like some kind of weird modern age, art that's the size of like a barbecue pit. And they're proud of their stuff, man. You're talking shoot. Yeah. And by the way, man, Lee, the horse fence antennas, but I heard everyone was talking about how they all broke.
Say that again.
I was talking to Jimmy the other night, and he said everybody he knew with a horse fence got damaged by the storm. Mine was fine.
Lee's pulled down a tree.
Yeah, mine pulled down the tree, but my horse fence is just fine.
Mine did the same thing. One of my trees snapped, the limb snapped that it was on, so I had to toss it back over.
Yeah.
I was down for about a week. The tree gave before the antenna gave.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know of any antenna other than this one.
Could be.
It has 1,045-pound breaking strength.
Yeah, but if you're sloppy at the connections is probably what I was thinking.
How feasible do you think that thing would be for a 160-meter loop? Is that almost too much weight?
No.
Well, a loop would only be twice. It'd be twice the 80. So whatever your 80 is, it's just two 80s really.
Well, I'm looking for a full delta loop.
Yeah, just you have to have four corner posts, and it's the same weight.
Yeah.
Well, where I'm moving, I'm going to put up an 80-meter inverted V is going to go, and that's with my existing horse fence, and then my second antenna where the big ham is based on putting a ham shack in the house that's little, and then I'm going to put a ham shack up by the barn, which is about a half mile away, and that's where the big one is. And I could put a full size at 100 feet off the ground loop, delta loop with no problem.
Why don't you build a rhombic?
Yeah, I got the space. I got the space for it in the trees.
Yeah. I mean, if you're going to
through the
go
woods.
and you got the space,
Yeah, it's gonna be sitting about 100 feet over a pasture. So,
that would be maybe a no-brainer if you got their space. And you can do that. Then put a rhombic in.
Well, except that a rhombic is directional, and he'd have to have.
You'd have to have 3 or 4 of them, but that's not a problem.
I don't have that kind of space.
Oh,
but we only have about a 200 acres of pasture. So
you got space.
Yeah, but you
multiple one,
and you can change the feed.
If you're serious about them, you rebuild it every year, aiming at different spots. Is what others do.
You can sell the cattle pre-cooked.
Well, the reason I got my wife interested or approving the in-house office and shack was, I said, eventually I'm going to be too old to, go up the hill and maintain all that. And the idea is to have a small station there at the house. So.
And just remote into it.
Has anybody ever worked Roger up in Oregon on his
when I can
rhombics?
afford that flex amp, sure. Until then, I can't run the amp remote.
I remember the Oregon story. Was that the guy with the big rhombic? And
He's got several rhombics, and he just works the world whenever he wants to.
Have you heard of those guys in those? Speaking of that, how much power does he run? Just
I don't know for sure.
5 watts, 10 maybe.
Yeah, I would think. I talked to a guy on a Zygu or whatever those thing is the other day.
Yep.
And he was sitting in Illinois somewhere. Yeah, that's the loop I was talking about. Then they make a smaller one.
Peter Core found this for us.
Yeah, then they got a small version of it. That's small one. It looks like it's the size of a.
That's your checkbook style.
Holy crap!
Well, I talked to the M in KLM, and he's got a rhombic situated in California, but he does multi-feeds to it.
Yep.
So that he can change direction.
Oh, is that the guy out in the Central Valley that's doing that?
Yeah.
Mark,
head up.
Mark, you're gonna buy 2 of those antennas, aren't you?
Yeah, you let me borrow your checkbook for a day, Mark. I'll take care of that. So that's just a sliding.
Please got that, but please.
You got to show the picture of it with people next to it to show the scale of that thing.
Leo just pulled some of that money. He'll pull that money out of his pocket and just hand it to you.
Yeah,
that's like power film pride.
Because that's the scale of this thing.
Holy cow! That capacitor's got to be a foot by a foot. Or
the size of a window air conditioner.
Yeah.
That's like power film proud.
Isn't that thing full legal?
I would bet. I mean, there it is.
Mark, you got enough property for that.
No, I got enough property for a real antenna.
That
You've got enough property for this.
Well, that antenna is meant to be a compromise for limited space.
Yeah.
So.
Well, it is. I mean, you said it's for what band? 160?
80 to 20.
Well, even at 80, even at 20, that's a compromise.
Well,
big as it is.
Thomas Hayes built that 20 meter one. It was 20 foot in circumference.
Jeez.
Wow.
So that's pretty close to what this one is, maybe a little bit smaller.
What antenna is not a compromise?
There you go. Get him, man.
But as I said, I was talking to a guy
really
on a full-size Delta loop, and he was pushing the 20 watts out of it, and it was amazing signal. I mean, I was impressed with that level radio. But then that goes to show it's your antenna, not the radio.
Yeah. Delta loops, I'm a big fan of those.
Yeah, I've talked to his Delta loop, and you're the guys I'm gonna have to look into rhombics. You're the first one that's mentioned rhombics, but everyone's telling me to don't even screw with the other stuff. Just put one of the, put a Delta loop up and call it a day.
I've been real happy with all the ones I've ever put up. And
isn't that what 575 feet or something like that?
That's a super loop. No, the Delta one. You can also do one that's 1,005 divided by the frequency in megahertz, and that's just a loop, a fixed loop.
I was playing on whatever one was the one that comes out to around 570 feet.
Yeah. And that's
Worked
one
with a fella today in Brazil on 15 meters. He had a 6-element 15-meter Yagi at 90 feet. He was doing very well.
Yeah.
Is that Helio?
Pardon?
Is that Helio?
Yes.
Castroneves, yeah. He's got a heck of a setup down there.
And his wife climbs the tower for him.
Are you kidding me?
That's what I need.
Where do you find a wife that can climb a tower?
Oh, there's plenty that can.
And she's
He's got a
Brazilian.
picture on his QRZ page of her halfway up a tower.
I bet.
Oh my God.
Yeah, my wife's made a rule that where whatever I do, there's no towers. So
Yeah. So is mine.
You should convince her that you can have a tower, but it's a tilt up.
actually, I was looking at the pole. What I thought if I do put one up, I'm going to do the 30 foot of pipe, and then you put 2 pipes into the concrete and next to it, and then you can just flip it up and down.
Swing pipe, yeah. Swing mast, yeah. A swing, yeah.
But if I can utilize the trees where I'm at, why not?
Put up a tower that's a tilt up.
Just climb the tower. It's not a big deal.
Yeah,
Belt in.
That's the
here's your 574 is the guy's favorite for
yeah. This is the page I was reading. Yeah,
that's off the SCAR's antenna page. If you all want
I
to
can put
play
one
along,
of those up with no problem, with at least 90 to about 150 feet off the ground, because there's a ravine that goes down to a pond.
There you go.
Yeah, the one leg of that'll be about 130 feet off. So
all that does is make you gain.
Put it up there.
Do what?
Who's going to put it up there?
Actually, what we're gonna do is rent a. When we can do it, it'll be a couple years before I can get it up. But we're just gonna rent the. We're gonna rent the crane. That'll be the easiest. See over there, somebody knows somebody who knows somebody.
You'll find somebody.
This is the third generation of a cattle ranch there since the mid 18 Civil War basically.
Yep. But no, I've always had really good luck with mine shorter ones, and they've been 40 meters and below, and that's why I want to try this guy because they're a lot quieter, and they've just done a great job.
I'm thinking that, man. I'll be that and on 3916. It'll be great. It's pretty much that's where it's like 3 frequencies. I've actually got to be like a lot of the hams do. My tuner, I actually have the spots already marked on here for the frequencies I use, and that's it. Or for the amplifier, I pretty much just have it marked to exactly where it is for the frequencies I use, and I don't deviate from it pretty much.
See, now when the marks wear off and you can just drive over there without muscle memory, without the marks, that's when you're stuck.
Yeah, I usually, because I start the night at 3916, and then if Jimmy's on, I'll go up. I forget what that frequency is. It's a little bit above there, because he'll start spiking the meter, and then I hop down to the fire and wire. It depends how late I'm staying up. Fire and wire starts going about 1 o'clock, and I usually do that to about 3 or 4. So, and all those guys are actually, I think where I'm moving, it should still be able to reach everybody. In fact, it'll be Norman's going to be the hard spot to hit.
Yeah, probably.
But all those guys down in Dallas and all that, it seemed to be, I think that part there and the Louisiana and all that will be fine. But yeah, where I always have trouble is I rarely get contacts with anybody in Northeast Arkansas out here.
How is it that I'm on 40 meters FT8 for the first time in forever, and what does Mark pop up on the screen? Exact same thing. That's weird.
Mark Clayton's was going over there, and we're going to watch him. Actually, I just put my Flex software all back together. You probably missed the early part, but
okay.
I put the Flex stuff all back together, and I for a joke put it on 80 for 630, and I picked up Ken over there in Arc with an antenna laying on the ground.
Of course.
And so I've been kind of playing with it now on this little 6-meter because I didn't get it done. Peter K is out there listening, so we'll see if he did.
Is this the 1500 you're running?
That's 1500. Yeah.
I swear the software is so much better for the that than Smart SDR.
This is
I
Ken's.
still regret getting rid of my 1500.
Yeah, you should. This is KE9S software, so he's even made it better.
Yeah.
This is stuff you can compile yourself.
By the way, if there's any Mac people out there, the Mac version of Smart SDR rocks. They've now finally released. It does everything the Flex Systems does, and then add in there a whole bunch of more stuff.
Is there a Linux version of that?
No.
Why not?
Because they don't give me
Can't make any money.
It's an open platform, but they don't give you enough of the APIs to fully control the radio unless you sign an NDA, and they don't allow open source.
Yeah, go figure.
And they banned me from the forums and everything when I found a way to exploit it to get into the radio. Oh, they pissed that. And when I did that and I showed them, hey, here's how you grab the card's image and provide a login so you can actually log into the radio you own.
You know, sometimes it's better to just be quiet.
Yeah, David doesn't know that.
No, the reason I was doing that was at the time.
He has the right. He lacks the ability.
No, I went up because that's when they were getting ready to release the new the remote access stuff.
Yeah, looky what I can do.
Huh?
Looky what I can do.
No, I presented at DEF CON demonstrating how every single Flex radio out there is hackable. If they turn on the remote feature and to the date, I don't think they fixed it. And their argument is nobody's going out there. Their argument is nobody's going out there looking for Flex radios to hack. And I go, it's a Linux box.
That's funny.
That's hilarious.
That's funny. Yeah, it really is.
I get hammered by who are those guys? The ones that are doing the census all the time. Shigoin? No. Shaboy? No. God, I can't remember what it is. The guys that look for all the vulnerabilities, and I get hammered by them at least twice a day.
Oh, I just updated all my networking gear to get ready for that fiber, and I just put a full Ubiquity stack in front.
Yeah.
And yeah, I've got the IDS going on that, man. I'm constantly hammered. And,
I know it.
But yeah, no, I presented on that at DEF CON like 5 years ago or so, and they kicked me life. I am life barred from support and everything for Flex products. Which I find hilarious.
Active antenna, Mark?
This is the active. This is that patch antenna that we talked about last week. The mini whip antenna from Ukraine. And
yeah, I've got one of those.
Peter, did you put one? Have you put it up yet?
Yeah, I tried it. I wasn't real super impressed.
So how did you load for?
How did you mount it?
I mounted it on a. Well, I tried two different versions. First, I mounted it on a metal mast that was completely grounded.
Okay.
And
then the metal stopped. The metal stopped here at the connector, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And then I mounted it on the same metal mast with a short fiberglass piece on top of that. And it was still had a wire running to the mast, which was grounded. But I wanted to separate it from the metal mast a little ways and see if that made a difference, and it did not.
Huh. That's what the web SDR guys are using a ton of these for wideband receive. I mean, it's receive only, obviously.
Yeah.
But they were using a ton of them for the SDRs. And
well,
what were you comparing it to when you did that? What were you comparing it to?
I was comparing it to my off-center fed dipole, and what I was using it for, I have one of those MFJ noise cancelers, and that requires a reference antenna that I was using that for, and I couldn't get enough signal out of that to to give me a good reference antenna and a good noise cancellation with the MFJ unit. I've used the MFJ before with a cobweb antenna as my reference antenna, and it worked really well.
So you're just thinking it didn't put enough gain out for you.
Right.
You gotta have a lot of gain. I got that same thing. I've got 40 feet of just electric fence wire
Yeah.
strung from a tree.
Well, there's a guy on YouTube, and this is how I got the idea. He uses one of those, the exact same thing I got. He uses one of those with his MFJ 1026, and for him it works great. He demoed it on YouTube, and that's what caused me to get one. But for me, it just wasn't all that great.
Yeah, I want to try it for a SDR, web SDR receiver, and it's supposed to be flat from. I'm sorry.
What do I look for on eBay?
Mini whip, mini-whip. Whip. And you can get a little kit, or this one was $25, I think, with everything all done because I didn't want to screw with it. And Peter, I assume since Peter didn't jump in, he hasn't gotten his up. We had a challenge to see if we were going to get it up this week, and mine's here. He didn't find his. I knew where mine was, but mine's here and ready to go up, but just didn't get up on the roof today to try it out.
That's what I love about this, man. This stuff's so cheap.
Oh, I know it.
It's worth it to roll the dice at $25.
It's exactly what I did. Was you can buy it for like 15 without the PVC, and I finally said, "Phooey,
yeah,
send me the whole thing." And if I need 15 of them, I'll just get cheap on it. But but it's supposed to be. It's a good little setup.
I guarantee you gotta buy 15 of them. Yeah.
Yeah, if you got to buy 15, I'll do something different. But
no, you can contact. I'll guarantee contact the guy, and he'll do a special auction. Mark my word.
I'm sure he will. He's the guy in Ukraine that I got these from. Is real good. He did a good job. But this is the amplifier that goes in by the radio, 12-volt power supply, 12-volt in, and off it goes.
That's what's so cool. Everything in there. After my conversation with that one ham this weekend, and some other guys hopped in and got talking about the hobby and all that, and it's talking how much it's merging with IT and all that, and yeah, because I told him, I said, mark my words, it's already there. You'll be able to code. If you know GNU radio, you can build a pretty much an interesting radio just by slapping code chunks together.
Oh, I've already done it. Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, I haven't got the furthest I've done was I built an FM radio. Just an FM standard broadcast band playing around with it with a hack RF.
Yeah.
But I'm going, that was a few years ago. And I said, that stuff's just getting better and better. And I go, there was a thing on 2600 just in the last couple of days, how talking about hackers and ham radio need to merge again.
Yeah. I thought, dude, well, you're late. That's happened all over the place.
I'm going, man, hams were the original hackers. And then it just kind of flipped. They've diverted off with computers, but yeah. It's kind of merging back now, especially, what you can do with code is amazing.
What are we all doing? We're all talking to a computer about radio. Some of us are talking over a radio.
I was going to say, I thought this was Elmer night for ham.
It is. What's the difference?
I'm on 5 gigahertz. I'm on 5 gigahertz here.
I'm on 5. Yeah, 5. Yeah.
Same here.
Yeah.
By the way, man, the newest Ubiquity, those Nano HDs. Oh my God, those are nice. I finally, just decided to do that. My AP died, or was giving me a lot of interference, and I finally did my site survey. There's over 150 access points right around me.
Oh man.
Yeah, because that's one thing I like about the Unify software. It'll map everything out, find the holes, and build the network around that. Yeah, I finally looked at 158 plus access points. Directly reachable from my house.
How many were on the same channel that you use?
I don't know. I'm running 140 megahertz wide. I'm running 140 megahertz wide now and 80 megahertz wide. I don't care.
Well, there's that. Yeah. Hey guys, I gotta jump.
Yeah, I decided to make the new standard.
Okay. I'll see you guys next week.
See you, John. Right. Have a good trip.
Bye. Take care, John.
All right. Take it easy.
Take care.
Where's he going?
He's in Destin. He's going home is where he's going to go, but he's down to Florida for a week.
Oh, okay.
And
see if he could catch the COVID.
Yeah.
Maybe back in a second.
Yeah.
I put a link to some Rhombic stuff in the chat window.
Yeah, I had that up. That's kind of cool.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, that's kind of that's the antenna. Can't rotate them very well, but
See, I could do 1200 end to end.
you could at least do the flip the termination thing. But
Yeah, and thank you for putting that up for the rhombic.
yeah, they're
You can
pretty
string one
cool.
between your two properties, Lee.
Plus,
Yeah,
pretty
right.
much every amateur radio association uses a rhombic for their logo. So
Yeah. No, it's not. It's a trapezoid.
Yeah.
It's not a rhombic.
Oh God.
There you go. Oh, brother. I caught that.
Oh, God, I'm glad I don't have waiters on.
I decided on the house that in the addition I'm building for the ham shack, I'm putting a false wall about 3 feet out from the main wall. And that way I have the radios like go into that, mount into there. You ever seen guys that do that?
Oh yeah, and have all your connections in the back room. Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be kind of a short, like maybe 3 or 4 foot wall that goes into, and that's where all the wire mess can be with the door on the side, and then it's just gonna have everything's mounted, like rack mounted into the wall or kind of thing to turn into like a console.
Yeah, we used to call that a radio station.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
okay.
kind of the way they all were run. You
No,
walk.
yeah, it's on piers. The addition's got to put on piers because of the way the house is set up. So it's,
But if you're really going to do it the right way, then go ahead and build your heater room for your amplifier.
Build what now?
The heater room for your amplifier.
Heater room. What do you mean? Oh, like I've seen that in a TV station.
Well, old AM radio stations, we had for the transmitter, we had a heater room that the transmit tubes were mounted in. They were about 4 foot tall.
Okay, yeah, I've seen something like that, but it was a TV station. So
Yeah.
for the tubes for that thing.
Yeah, but the room was around 160 degrees.
Honestly, yeah, good God. As I said, amp wise, until I have reason to, man, I've been nothing but happy with this 811H. I'll probably go to a solid state like that flex, something that's automatic and everything, as when it gets more affordable. I'm not dropping $7,000 on it right now.
Yeah.
But as I said, the 811H, I bought enough tubes for it to where that thing should last 20 or 30 years easy.
Whoa, there's the rhombics. That's what. Now I see why people like it.
Oh my God.
That's Smith's chart.
Mm-hmm.
As I compare to a Yagi.
That's what 10. That's 10 dB over the
Isn't that
second
sick?
now. Yeah. Yeah.
So that's the direction. You'd have to build 4 of those then.
Gordon Jones over here, who has 364 confirmed countries, every winter, every summer would rebuild his rhombic, physically move it to aim the countries he was looking at. So he would unpole it and move it around and set it up again for the next.
Yeah, I just want. I'm into rag.
Gordon had a rhombic, really?
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, if you walk around out there, you can still find all the wire.
I've contemplated talking to OEC to see how much it costs to get telephone poles set.
That's a good point. I don't know what they would do it for.
And then
sure it's not that bad.
Probably not. It's probably cheaper than a tower. And if I did it, because I like wire antennas, and just put a bunch of pulleys at the top with ropes attached, and you just raise up whatever you want whenever you want it.
So that's my fail safe if the trees end up not being feasible. That's what I thought about doing, setting like 4 poles out like that.
Yeah.
I've got plenty of trees, but I'd rather do it on telephone poles.
Yeah,
Get nice tall ones.
Yeah, put a couple sets of pulleys up there so that way if one falls through, you don't have to climb it up to rehook an antenna back up.
If you're going to do that, don't forget to put a lightning rod at the top of each one.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's other considerations too, but
16.64 dBi gain
for a rhombic.
for rhombic, 16-degree elevation angle. That's the biggie.
Only 16 dB, huh?
Yeah.
That's-
But it's 16-degree takeoff.
Yeah, but 16 dB. I mean, you'd want at least 30, I would think.
How high off the ground does that have to be to get 16 degrees?
Yeah, that's a fair point.
Not very much, because Gordon's were, 15, 20-foot poles.
What? That's it?
Yeah, he didn't have them. I don't think there's a huge gain. I don't think there's a huge gain. Wow, look at that. Takeoff.
Not that. See, I'm into rag chewing. I'm not into DX. So.
Well, then you don't want a rhombic. Okay, stop. Because you would have one person you would talk to.
Yeah. No, I'm serious.
You're right. That's why your 160 loop would be a great. You put that
the Second World War, because they didn't have transatlantic phone lines. They used rhombics at Paramus, New Jersey, and
AT&T,
where was it?
sure.
In Maryland, and then White Cliffs of Dover, and another place.
No, there's a bunch of coastal installations AT&T had.
And that way, U.S. and England could talk back and forth.
Yeah.
It wasn't long lines. It had that division of AT&T had another name, and I can't remember.
During the Second World War?
Long waves.
Long ways. AT&T goes back to the beginning. So,
yeah, there was Adam and there was AT&T.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, I've been to one of the sites of the original Marconi station. So yeah, and I've been to both sides of it. So.
They set up, I don't know, whatever it is, his birthday or something. They set up stations at both sides, and every year we'll make contacts back and forth. I think that's kind of cool.
Yeah, I got the one that's there on Cape Cod, and then I got the one in Nova Scotia, and I got the one in England. So
I've seen the one in Cape Cod.
Yeah, it's an interesting walk to that. When you look at this, because remember one of the piers is still there.
Yeah.
The other, and in fact, that one they're saying it's only got a few more years left, and it's going to fall in. The cliffs shifted so much, so they think only a few more years left, and that pier is going to fall.
Somebody will get clever and they'll rebuild it or fix it up.
Oh yeah, it's cool. If I ever get a chance to do, I always like getting pictures like that. That one's kind of cool.
Do it like they did the Hatteras Lighthouse and move the whole thing at one time about a mile.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. There's another one there. It's on off of Chesapeake Bay there, where the water shifted so much now to where there's a lighthouse in the middle of like 5 miles from land, or 5 miles of land inland.
Yeah. Looks like Jim and Paul showed up. Hello, Jim from Enid. Oh, fuzzy one.
Howdy, sir.
Good evening. You're a little out of focus, but good evening.
Oh, there is better. That's better. Hello there.
Wipe the sneeze off.
Yeah. Ed's smiling real big. Yeah. And Paul showed up. He's got his station over there up and running, it looks like, behind him.
Still need antennas.
Are you? Good for you. Good for you.
Yeah, my video's freezing up.
Well, Mark, if I get that Docker up here, I'll be on the road again. I'll probably work on the week around Christmas.
Okay.
If you want, you can beta test that thing for me, since you got one of these phones too. So.
I got one. It's in the charger right now, but I love it. And
it's going to run Kubernetes. That's actual intention.
Oh, no, don't start him. Don't start him.
What kind of phone is that?
Sonom XP8. It'll run. The software is actually just, you download it from the store. It's just Android software. But where the Sonom makes it better is you got a PTT button on the side of it right there. So
yeah, I couldn't figure out why they were pushing the Sonom until you just said that, because I thought surely they wouldn't have a radio buried in there that we don't know about.
Well, now on the the 11 Pro Max, you can do push to talk with it.
Wow.
Yep, that'll work.
Yeah.
Where do you override that at?
It's just an app like you got the shutter for your phone for your
Oh, do it that
camera.
way. Yeah, but the problem is, to date, Apple's not allowed any. They've allowed. I don't even think they have an Echolink app, do they?
Yeah, it is set up for FirstNet. I'm
So
on
there.
it.
Yeah, but
That way you can have the was it channel 14?
Yeah, see, that's where it's going here. This is what I've got. Is I'm taking advantage of is the USRP protocol. That's that's that two-way that that's the open source. That's how the power. That's how the people are using it for remote SDRs. Well, it actually's got a transmit function. The guy's actually got a thing to get that to work. And yeah, so yeah, as I said, on the other end of it, I'm just I'm using an MD80 emulator. So
yeah,
that's
so
my
you're
acting
using
like
it
a
for
repeater.
you're using it for something totally different.
Yeah.
Heathkit, what?
There's my current project.
Oh, fine.
It's in a box coming my way.
What is it, Mark? I can't see.
Heathkit,
Heathkit,
2060 full legal tuner that a guy in Washington took it all apart for maintenance and had a stroke. So his nephew sold it. So he said, I don't know how to put it together. And I had one of those a long time ago. I was like, I want another one of those back really bad. I got it for $120. So I thought, whoa, that's a good price. I built one before, I can build it again.
What's that extra parts there?
That's the parts. He took it apart to clean it. And he had the stroke and they couldn't he didn't know how to, or the nephew didn't know how to put it together. So he just.
The box with the 4 coaxes. What are they? PL259s or whatever. What is that?
This goes on the back. This little box, the box you see goes on the back side, and that's the switch. This long rod here.
Oh, okay.
Goes into that box,
Okay.
and that's where the antenna switch is.
Good old Heathkit stuff, man.
Yeah,
because I hate my manual tuner. I've got to get rid of it. Ugh.
That one just was so with the antenna. I've got a.
Yeah, I've got the one right before that one.
Yeah, 2040, I think it is.
Yeah.
I bought from Michelle, and I've had this on the watch list for about 4 years now, and this one popped through there, and I won that's the antenna switch right there in the center.
Well, I've got I got one of these MFJ 962Ds roller inductors, and it sucks.
Yeah, this is awesome. This roller inductor will tune in.
You know that thing will actually handle 3 kW?
I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's rated for full, but
and the roller on that looks like it's a lot heavier duty than what's.
It's awesome. Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah, I love the one I got.
And I guess he had he's got a plug-in. I guess he had little lights hooked up on the display. Is the only thing I can think of. I didn't have that on mine.
Yeah, I can see the light switch for it. Yeah.
Yeah. Because that's
looking at that now you're making me wish I had that one instead. But
well, I've been looking. I've got that 2040 that'll go up for sale here shortly. But it's a good antenna. It's a good radio or a good tuner. But but this has meters built in, and this I love the way it operated when I had it. So
that's the only thing is it takes time. You're not going to just jump around. You just better plan on where you're going to be for a while.
But I got like David said, I got real good that 40 meters, on my Delta loop, 40 meters was, get the roller to here, grab the left capacitor and put it here. And I would just have to tweak the right capacitor very quickly, I couldn't tell somebody how to do it, but I could just, zip muscle memory. And it would.
Yes. Yeah. I'm always on it. You see, 40, I do but just a little bit. Then 20. My problem is something in my shack or whatever, RF bleeds in bad on 20. So I've just don't operate it. Not with the amp, that's for sure.
Yeah, see, if I go from 80 to 40, it's like 100 and something change on the on the counter.
Oh, you mean turning the turns? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same. Yeah, with the manuals. I got this other one. I got the auto tuner, and it's
I
just
had
not
that
accurate.
I had the Heath auto tuner, and that was so slow that I just I traded it. I traded it and some money for the auto tuner, the Heath auto tuner version. And I was so sad that I got rid of the other one, that I had to get this one. So we'll get to put this one together and give it a try here in a couple of weeks when it shows up. I think Friday it shows up, now that I think about it.
Looks clean though.
Yeah. He said his uncle would periodically pull it apart and clean it. I guess he'd amp or something, and then just pull all the oxidization off of the stuff.
Yeah.
And he said had it tore apart when he had his stroke, and he was getting rid of all this stuff for him.
Oh wow.
So I said, well, it's going to have a good second life here in Norman. And he said, oh, it makes me happy.
What else did he have?
I didn't look. I didn't really really didn't look for that. I was just so happy to get what I got.
Yeah.
Are you usually on 40, Mark?
Whatever. That thing will tune anything to anything.
Yep.
So it, whatever I put up, I can tune, that 24 to 80 wire, I'll be able to tune anywhere I need to go. Or I'm going to end up using it on that big 574 foot loop is where it'll go.
Yeah, so I've got this MFJ Versa tuner. My problem is just it feels flimsy. So
those are pretty good though.
Not bad, but if I got to do like 100 turns or whatever, you could definitely feel it in the handle that it don't like it.
Yeah. Yep. No, I like that little old tuner. That was always my favorite. It's one of those, if you took it somewhere, you knew you were going to get the job done when you came back.
One good thing about that one, you could leave the top of lid off and put a little butter on that roller tuner and run 1 kW through it and toast your bed. I started hamming back in the mid 60s, and I used to have a roller tuner external from that I harvested out of some old Army military stuff, and it would tune anything.
It's like that little wheel there on the left as you're tuning the thing, it travels around the coil.
Yeah.
Right there, yeah.
Yeah, that little guy.
Mark,
that's the center tap for the
right
unit.
It's in the center of it. So the radio, yeah. See, with the beam, when they usually now in the modern ones, they all put it on the right side for that, and the whole tuner's kind of out of balance. Physics balance.
Yeah. Now it's heavy. It's good. It's pretty good weight. So
yeah. So but the modern ones, they all have the other two the other two the ones are on the they're on one side of the rig, the lightweight, and you've got the roller inductor off to the side, so the whole thing wants to move on you.
Yeah, this is not going to move. It's a brick.
Yeah,
it's a brick. You got to find a place to put it. Yes, sir.
What kind of printer is that?
It's the Heathkit 20 Heathkit 2060.
Heathkit. Okay. Understand now.
Yep. I got a helicopter going over. I don't know if
you sure do.
Well, since there's an Army base or the helicopter base, only like 20 miles south of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
It sounds like a Chinook.
It kind of
Yeah,
feels
they
like,
go that base over there.
Yeah,
I
but
went out
they've
and
been
did some hunting in Lexington a couple weeks ago. So yeah, they go
They've
over
been
there.
putting a-
That's for sure.
they've been putting a bunch of metaflights overhead, so I don't know what that was. What was it, Charlene? Let's see. Where are we here? But yeah, that old Heathkit's going to come in pieces, so we'll let it. We'll put it together.
Right.
Yeah,
There he is, right there. Who's that guy? McAllister Regional. Oh yeah, it's time for his trip. He's going back home. What height was he at? Does not say. Oh, there it is. 40. It says 4,500 feet. So
bullshit.
3,000 over me.
Yeah, there's some room for error or something happened.
Yeah.
That's
How much
outer
glide
space
path?
for a helicopter.
Yeah.
Mark, you're not that close to Seminole.
No, but it is. I'm right. Where's Thunderbird? Right there.
Yeah, well, he didn't make that much distance.
No, that's not that much. That's got to be a military one that's not listed.
Yeah. That's what I was hearing was the Chinook rotors.
Yeah. I've got a friend that works down there, and he said they took a lot of damage in that big wind, that big blow.
Yeah.
They lost, I think it was 4 helicopters, $4 million worth of parts snapped when that wind went over.
Do you know how they fix the rotor blades on those things?
No.
Picture, like quart size to gallon size of cyanoacrylate, super glue.
Yeah.
And then 5-pound bags of baking soda.
Yeah.
Hey, Mark.
Yeah.
You know somebody that works down at the heliport?
Uh-huh.
Ask him about HMY. I can't find a NOTAM that says it's out of service, but I don't hear it on 512 anymore.
Oh, okay.
I can hear RG up at Will Rogers, but I can't hear HMY is not that far away. I mean, it's just Lexington.
Yeah, it's just, literally just down
right there. Yeah.
There
Peter, you know what HMX is?
Yeah, it's the Marine One thing.
Yeah.
When it doesn't have POTUS on it. HMY is the NDB at the heliport. Yeah. How
I'm out of here. I got another 5 o'clock in the morning to start work, so I gotta go to bed.
Good Lord, you're in the wrong job. Jeez.
Hey, David, did you ever find my computer?
Huh?
Did you ever find my computer?
Yes. Actually, yes, I did. Just like in the last few days.
Wonderful. Did you fix it?
I haven't hooked it up yet.
Flight radar 24.
Okay, David.
Yeah.
See you, David. Have a good one.
Bye, David.
How did you?
This is the computer I'm giving you. So I've had it sitting in my shack, and this is an i7. Because I think the time I did this, I just got to sit down and do it. But yeah, this is an i7 with 16 gigs.
Okay.
Better box anyway. I got stacks of laptops. For me, laptops are so second. They're junk to me.
Well, good.
When are you moving?
Actually, hey, David, any of those you don't want, just send them my way.
Yeah, really.
No, figure probably about May, June, probably for the Hamfest. I'm gonna probably come up with a big list of stuff that's not going, and then whatever if we have the Hamfest. But yeah, I'm gonna probably come up with a big list of what I'm not hauling to Arkansas.
Yeah,
and
just remember who hooked you up with the antenna.
Yeah. Widowmaker. Yeah.
Mark, how do you get that display?
Zoom in.
Thanks. From the front page, how do you get there? You just type in Norman.
Or I just drive over
Okay,
there.
I'm out of here.
See you, David.
There.
I thought you left.
Yeah, whatever.
So if I put in KOUN. Hello.
I just go there so often it remembers where I'm at.
Apparently.
I was
Flights by
watching
airline. Airline. No, not flights. What do we want? Airports?
FlightRadar24.com. Is that where you're going?
Yeah, that's where I am.
Well, that's if I go there.
Everything.
Flights, pin flight statistics, search.
I guess you could search here for OUN. Will that get it? Yeah. And then click on it.
You use Flight Aware?
I do that too.
Yeah, but that map was much more fun.
This is a lot more fun. And it's even cooler as you can.
What program is that, Mark?
Flight Radar 24. Flight Radar 24.
Okay.
I'm not getting a map to load up. That's what I don't understand.
Okay, hold on. You're going to be shared. Your co-hosts. Your co-hosts share away. See what you got.
Okay. That require me to know what I'm doing.
Yeah, that's way over your skill level.
So no, that's not what we want. Is that what we want?
Ta-da!
Can you see that?
Yeah. Oh wow.
Wait a minute.
I've never gotten there before.
Wanted to sell me something here.
Yeah, hang on. Zoom. What the hell is going on here?
I think it's redirecting them to the airports and not.
You have to subscribe to this?
No, you don't have to. You can. I'm not logged in now.
That's what we want. There we go. So yeah, so I searched under airports for KOUN. Okay, great. There it is. How do I get the cool map you're looking at?
Just came up on mine.
Just came up on mine.
Well,
hit the top left button. It says
Aircraft. Right under
Yep,
flight
then I gotta have it.
24.
Yeah, but then I gotta have a tail number then though.
no, it should just come up.
Oh, they're
This
moving.
This is not what we wanted.
Yeah, right under the flight radar 24 left-hand corner, upper left.
Yeah.
Left tab down, aircraft. Click on that
Over here.
on your left-hand side. There's a tab
There's no
titled
tab.
aircraft.
There's a tab along the top of the screen marked aircraft, but okay.
I don't even get there. Try
But I
click
don't-
on the Flight Radar 24 logo on the top left.
Done.
That should do it.
Flightradar24.com.
Oh, jeez.
Upgrade.
Yep, there you go. Hit the X. There you go.
That's weird. Okay. Oh. Because when I typed in flightradar24.com and went there, it gave me all that menu crap.
Oh, never seen any of that. That's cool.
Yeah.
Well,
And when you come up to that page, then come up to the top left, aircraft, and
I get that. Yeah, now.
then
Now
you can
I
move your cursor on top of the craft and get their flight number.
Or you can click on it, and it'll give you the path. That's how I got the path on Facebook the other day. That Mooney that was doing writing in the sky.
Yeah.
That was cool. It felt like such a stalker. I clicked it. It was like, that is cool. I pulled the owner. I did popped onto to LinkedIn, and she was at
and said, "What the hell are you doing?"
She was at Boeing, and then I jumped over to Facebook, and she was a air race. She had a bunch of air racing pictures of her in an air race. I thought, oh, that's got to be her. So I said, hey, I'm a ham. Here's my call sign. I saw it. Was this you? She said, I'm a ham too.
Of course.
I'm a ham too. She says, here's my call sign, whatever it was, in KG6 something. And she said, I was going up to try to learn how to do that. She said, you caught me. I said, yeah. So was it automatic or fly by the seat of your pants? And she said, well, I started following the roads until the wind
Good Lord,
hit me.
that is a French plane.
And yeah, Dassault.
F2TH.
Yeah.
It's even got a French tail number.
Whose is that? I might know the
I
guy
don't
who owns
know.
it.
Where are you looking?
Dassault Falcon 2000
2000 EX. I know a guy that owns one of those.
Yeah, but why would it have a French tail number on it?
Oh, and this guy does. Well, this guy flies it to France, but I don't think he's got a French tail number.
I don't know. There's another plane on there headed toward Oklahoma City from Paris. Of course, I think it's Paris, Texas.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is.
That's that King
Just-
Air.
Just based on the angle. Yeah. But anyway.
It's a King. It's a King
Just
Air.
never-
I was clicking
Well,
on
and this
the
may
Southwest.
be Air France.
I was clicking on Southwest Airlines to see if they'd fly over and drop some peanuts off.
And then here's Oki 22 135.
Okay, F2TH is coming from Austin, it looks like. Okay, well this is good. Thank you, Mark, for that. I didn't realize I could get this. I didn't realize I could have this much fun.
Oh,
now
this is
now I
terrible.
can find out where the helicopters are going, which is my main thing.
Yeah, that's usually what I chase it for. But I saw her doing that. And she said, "Yeah, I was flying by the seat of my pants until the wind got a hold of me, and then I figured out my autopilot."
Airspeed velocity of an unladen swallow was
Yeah.
too low, or
Unregistered citation.
European or African?
Exactly.
European, obviously.
My favorite thing on this is usually later in the night, which is watch Louisville or Memphis.
FedEx.
Yeah, FedEx
Oh,
or
FedEx,
UPS. Yeah. You can go up down the Mexican
I
border.
got to tour the FedEx sorting facility in Memphis one time. This was back in the 80s, and it was amazing.
Do you have good shoes?
They didn't let us go very far, but it was just incredible. It was like
Yeah.
it's like an amusement park for packages, all those conveyor belts. And it was like, roller coaster for.
You don't hear the little packages going wee though, do you?
Ooh, there was 130. Neat.
Can you search for a particular tail number if you knew it?
Yep. Search. If you hit the top search button, and you can put it in there.
I am looking for that. Looking for my old plane. I could do that. Search. I found it. November 734 Lima Alpha.
Is it? They didn't change the call sign or the tail number?
You don't.
November 734 Lima.
You get the one it's born with.
Oh, Cessna 172. Yeah.
I wonder if I can do. I don't remember the first the one the end of it was 07 kilo, but I can't remember the first plane I used to fly. I think I'd.
We had a guy in our church that passed away about 4 or 5 years ago, maybe longer, and he's the one that actually came up and with the tail numbers for the military back in World War II. I didn't know that till we were in his funeral. Like, wow, really?
Oh, you mean he's the one that issued them?
He's the one that they said, his wife said they walked in. He was in Tinker Air Force Base at the time. He was stationed there. And they walked in one day and said, Don Long, or whatever his rank was, and we need a way of keeping up with all these planes. And so he came up with the tail numbers that are still used today, but he's the one that actually
Oh,
came up with
really?
the system. Yeah.
What was the name of the guy you just
Don
said?
Long.
What was the name of the guy?
Don Long, Donald Long.
Okay. I
His
knew
brother
somebody else.
actually owns a franchise of Freddy's.
Oh, okay. There was somebody I knew at Tinker with the first name Don, but it was a different
This
last
is
name.
back. Yeah, this is back in the 40s.
I don't remember the 40s.
No, it's a couple of days before my time too.
The cool thing is if you have one of those $25 SDRs and you set up the ADSB receiver and you feed the data to them from that system, you can get a free membership of login deal that this one now you have to do a 30-minute refresh, but if you get the paid up version or you send them data, they will give you a free version, free login.
I don't know why they got rid of it after they drove it 3,000 miles.
A free login.
Who's bleeding over?
Was it submerged?
I don't know.
Was it submerged underwater or something?
Oh, it's Lee. Lee, what are you listening to?
You guys.
Submerged underwater? Is that you?
No, I'm listening to you guys.
Oh, okay. Somebody's got an audio going.
Use guys.
Use guys is right. Who else haven't I seen here that popped around the corner? Galen's there. No, he's not.
Yeah, he is. He's just slightly off camera to your right.
Oh, he's behind the head. I get him.
Oh, okay.
Well, good. So nobody else has broken a radio this week or got anything blown up or needs.
Well, technically, I do, but you're the one that can solve that for me.
Oh, you mean your VHF?
Yes.
I haven't plugged that in yet. I need to do that. I need to do that.
Yeah. Thanks, Mark.
Yeah, I need to do that. There's another helio. Helio chopper.
What is that?
Where?
Somebody's got a broadcast going somewhere.
Oh, there's Randy.
That must have been it.
No.
Oh, there's Randy. Hi, Randy.
Hey.
You may hear my wife talking in the background.
Ah.
Okay.
There you go.
She's one of those that when she's talking long distance, she still believes you have to yell.
That's what it is.
But I think it's interesting that Lee can't seem to hear her. My wife claims that I can't hear her. You know,
Hear what? What are you talking about?
Gone deaf to that frequency.
I don't know what you're talking about.
That's called selective hearing.
No, I have a medical reason. It's called self-preservation.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. Covered call coming in.
Hey, Mark.
Yes, sir.
Look at my screen.
Okay.
I see you.
Snow
Yeah.
tracker. Oh my God. Are we supposed to get serious snow? That's not good.
No, we're only going to get one, maybe an inch to 2 inches, and that's it. It's going to be Wednesday night.
Just enough to make people panic. If that.
But if here, because the Weather Service really wasn't pushing that.
Hey, Mark.
Yeah.
Look.
Yeah, we're going to get a trace. That's tonight. But
No, tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night.
Cleveland's off to the right? Cleveland
But
County.
they say that it's the ground's so warm it's gonna melt pretty quick.
But yeah, there you are.
The guys
Thursday
in
morning too. It's supposed to.
The guys in
turn
Enid
into-
are going to get a foot.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think more is going to get a foot.
I'm holding my breath too.
Yeah, whatever.
No.
Until the tornado comes and blows it away.
What's wrong with that?
That's right. Hey, Peter.
What I do with the leaves, you know.
Peter Laws, we got two guys from Enid on here and they're the ones that own the famous bridge that you love.
London?
No.
Oh, the famous what now?
Oh, famous bridge.
Bridge.
Peter Laws is a big fan of your bridge.
Oh yeah, it's a great bridge.
Main Street Bridge.
Yeah. Oh, it's awesome.
Oh yeah.
With the big teeth on it and all the
Yeah.
signs, and then people drive into it and they're like, whoa.
You know, with all that graffiti that's on there, they still do it. I think that somebody hit it even 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, there was a picture on the web thing on the Facebook.
We have a favorite term for those kind of guys. It's usually SOS, stuck on stupid.
We used to call them HUA, head up.
Yeah.
Cranial rectal inversion. What's even worse is we've had 2 of our trucks hit that bridge. So yeah.
Oh God, really?
They keep lowering the bridge, so that's
yeah, I'm
probably
sure
why.
that's what it is.
Yeah.
I'm sure it hasn't been that low since they put it in.
No.
75 years ago.
Oh.
There's
Well,
one
they keep resurfacing the road, and that's why it's getting shorter.
Sure.
Sure.
Yeah.
The 11'8" bridge in, where is that, North Carolina, that's had a website for years. They actually rebuilt it. It's got it's not 11'8" anymore. It's like 12'6", which is still.
Mark, are you going to check in?
Low, but
that's not.
Oh, is it getting there?
You just got called.
Oh. AN58ZR in for the count.
Doubled.
Dubbing. Darn it. Half a second. Thanks, Randy. There's 11'8". Boom.
Yeah.
Hey, Galen.
Yo.
Northeast 27th siren did not come on Saturday.
You're right. It didn't. None of them did. That's because we didn't blow them.
Well, that's probably why it was awful quiet Saturday then.
Yeah.
The only one going was 89th and Bryant.
Yep, Oklahoma City.
Oklahoma City.
Norman we didn't activate.
Saves the phone calls.
Well, yeah, except I've gotten several this week going, my siren hasn't gone off the last 2 weeks. You're right, it hasn't.
Good.
Thanks
that means
for the
it's working.
confirmation.
That means it's working.
That means that they're paying attention to it.
That means they're paying attention.
Yo, Lee. Hey, Mark, you were asking about people that blew stuff up this week. Actually, I found out today that one of our problems apparently has been solved.
You mean your continuing problem, shall we say?
Yes. The interference on all of the control channels of the Site 8 for Oakwind.
Yeah.
Apparently, somebody finally found a BDA that was out of whack and made them turn their power down or fix it, whatever. So I was advised of that late this afternoon. We'll see whether that's really the case or not.
Huh? Did Uncle Charlie found that?
No.
Oh.
My understanding was it was a Motorola person.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Quit giving my equipment a bad name.
Well, I think this is the engineer that's in town as the project manager for the P25 upgrade.
Oh,
so
I'm guessing on that, but
so where was this said?
Apparently, it was at the VA.
Oh, really?
Oops.
Now, again, don't hold me to that. The details were pretty scarce, but.
And I was wrong the first time through, but yeah. Well, at least it was man-made and you proved it. Maybe.
That's interesting, though.
What's that, 3 weeks now? 4 weeks?
When I worked in Chicago, we had Nextel. Everybody had Nextel. We all communicated by Nextel. It was great. And for our suburban location, we had a BDA in the building. Well, it turns out those are fairly wide banded. So boy, did Peter have fun with his scanner. He'd pick up all the 800 megahertz channels. It was great.
Yeah. Well, Nextel had to sell off all those frequencies that they held forever and a day.
They got bought by Sprint.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Sprint shut that system down, so it didn't make much difference.
We had
God, they held so many frequencies. It was unbelievable.
We had a bunch of Nextel stuff.
I can't hear him talking. Is he on the chat?
No, he's w5kub.com. They're doing their
he's a
roundtable.
balloon guy.
Yeah, that's their roundtables tonight. I just saw it on the deal. Nextel had we had a bunch of Nextel phones, and we would get billed a ton because our guys down on the border would get picked up on Mexican towers. So they were making international calls.
Without realizing.
Yeah, I didn't have a clue. And what was even better was, I yelled at the Nextel people and they said, well, they're going to Mexico. No, they're not. They're in the US. I've got a GPS locator that says they're not. And they're driving right back by one of your towers and it's not picking them up. Oh, that can't be.
Hey, Lee.
Yeah.
We're having a meeting Saturday by Zoom, right? Oh, no.
Saturday.
Never mind. It's next week. Never mind.
Yeah.
Disregard.
12th. Actually, we are, but it's the Enid.
Don't scare me like that.
It's the Enid. It's the Enid Ham Fest. It's not. It's going to be on this Zoom, but it's not. It's this Saturday.
I say let's do it in person. Screw them.
Yeah, come on.
But the Nextel boys ate a ton of those charges. And I said, look, show me your phone. Tell me how you can tell me it's a roaming call. And finally, one of the engineers goes, there's no way. The guys using the phone don't know what tower they're on. They can't stop it. So we finally had to switch from Nextel because they couldn't control their system.
A 208.
But they love that push to talk button. Boy, that was a big thing back in the day. Ian, you have not said a thing except to a muted microphone. Have you got anything for us tonight?
Not specific. I was listening in about this active antenna mini whip thing. I do have the RTL SDR. I haven't done too much with it yet, but I was interested in learning about that. The wideband receive. I think this one has a bias T on it, so I don't know if I can use that to help power one of those. But
no, this is a 12-volt power.
Yeah, I think bias T is probably a lot lower than that.
Yeah. They're supposed to be great. 10 kilohertz to 30 megahertz.
Does anyone run Allstar nodes out of curiosity?
I have one. It is not up today. What is your question?
No, so my brother's gotten into all the Allstar node stuff, and so he's trying to push me to get a node number, and he wants to build me something. So it's just, I didn't know how much experience. So just kind of dipping the toe in right now.
Allstar uses the asterisk phone server.
Oh, you're
as the
doubling
voice
up, Mark.
transfer. So it's all telephone based, and I've used that phone server stuff since about 2004. It's all real good stuff, and it allows you to hook up A to B to C, and it does a good job.
Mark, you're echoing.
Everybody is.
Yeah, I was going to say, why do we have this echo?
I think it's coming through Ian. Is that coming through you?
Maybe.
I don't know.
I know it can't not be coming through me.
It's not coming through me, so.
Well, you're the only one that's not echoing, Ian.
Here, let's try this. Mute. Let's see what it does. Hello, 1, 2.
Yep, that's it.
Yeah, somehow it's backing up through you, Ian. I don't know what you got running.
Through who?
Through Ian.
Ian. Oh, okay. Because we're in a headset. I didn't figure it could come from either one of us.
Yeah. it would be tough. So he was talking mini whip and where's the specs down here?
Hey, Mark, do you know the mystery we had the last couple of weeks with Cox on the line? I kept fighting with them.
Yes, sir.
They finally had their crew come out, their actual line crew come out and check it out. And all had a funny look on their face and went a couple of blocks away. And guess what? We've got speed here.
They didn't do anything and it works, right?
They figured out where the problem was on the line, down the line somewhere. It was them.
But they never said it was them.
Oh yeah.
Oh, they did.
Oh yeah, they admitted that it was because they tested my box back there at the back, hooked up their cute little machine to it, and couldn't send packets up or down on the line, and thought, uh-oh. So they took off and came back in about half an hour and said, we found our problem on the line.
Bad connector?
Yeah. Apparently the ice storm had pulled something loose.
Yeah.
It was still connected. It just wasn't connected.
Wow. Probably a nice point diode source, so it was just fouling everything up.
Yeah, well, they finally traced it down the line, got it fixed. Checked my download speed. It was 868 a little while ago.
Good for you. Got it fixed.
Upload speed was 36.
What?
Well, that's what it's supposed to be.
Oh, okay.
That's what's supposed to be. Your upload speed's usually about 30, 35, somewhere in that neighborhood. So I'll take 36. I'm happy with that. That's the difference between AT&T's fiber and the Cox internet, by the way.
Yeah.
The AT&T's fiber does an upload pretty much the speed of the download.
By the way,
Yep. Yeah, and mine is, I probably won't get it here on this machine because it's wireless, but mine's 980 down and 954 up.
Yeah. But yours is fiber, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fiber to about a foot from where I'm at. It goes through the wall.
Is DNL on the call?
I didn't see him.
Oh, okay. Because I've done a thing, and I think he might be in this same club. So,
the
Long Wave Club of America.
Ooh, there's a club for everything.
There is, and I'm the guy that does the logging column now. So,
the logging column.
You bet, man. That's why I was asking about HMY.
Oh my. I don't know. Paul sent a message. He knows a guy down there too.
Oh, okay.
So we'll have to.
Is it Paul? Paul, is he still on?
I think he jumped.
Oh, okay.
That's what he said.
I think he's either FAA or a contractor for FAA or something.
He's out of Tinker, I thought.
Maybe that was it. Okay. It's had some connection to things that fly that aren't alive. So.
Yes. Yes. There's 6:30. I'll see what.
When I asked you about HMX, when I asked you about HMX1, not many people know about that. I found out about it when I was at Quantico.
It's like the SAMs, the SAM 26 or 27,000 or whatever is Air Force One when the dignitary's not on.
29,000, I think the current one is.
Yeah, it could be.
28 was the 27s. Oh.
Yeah, the security that they have at or the whole setup for HMX1 at Quantico is it's pristine. It's amazing. Just walk in and look around.
Land of many hash marks, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, yeah. And the strange thing is the town of Quantico, of course, is right in the middle of the base, and there's a railway stop right there at it, and just a few stores that are in the center of town there, Quantico itself, but one of them is called Chesty's, and it's a bar that's named after Chesty Puller.
Oh, that Chesty.
That Chesty, yeah.
There's mine. I'm on a 100 megabit wireless unit, but there's my net ups and downs off of this. It's constrained.
For your wireless?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's not too good wireless, Mark.
Well, I've only got 100 megabit. This is an old machine.
Oh, okay.
It's only got a who's it's a
the who's it's?
It's a 2.4. It only has a 2.4.
Who's it's XL or the regular who's it's?
No, just the regular. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It's on the 2.4 frequencies. So it only max would be 100, and I'm probably tearing 10 megabit down with the video running, and that's probably the 10 megabit down.
Peter, while I'm thinking about it, are you going to be available tomorrow?
I plan to listen in on the class and be on the YouTube like usual, if that's where you're going.
No, which class are you talking? Oh, the one tomorrow night. Okay, yeah.
The class you're doing?
No, I meant tomorrow during the day.
I'm always around. In fact, I usually have UHF on.
Okay, I'll give you a holler.
Okay. All right, I'm going to bow out. I will see some of you guys at the class tomorrow.
All right.
5:32 and clear.
Peter, take care.
Take care, Peter. See ya.
Thank you, sir. Have a good evening.
Bye-bye.
Bye, super logger.
Guys, I'm going to bail out of here too.
All righty.
Take care of yourself.
Be safe, Lee.
Is this airplane going down? Everybody's.
Yeah. I got the last shoot.
No, he does. No, he doesn't. He took my backpack.
Yeah. I was about to say, whose pajamas are this? All right, guys, take care of yourself.
All right.
Okay, see you guys. Well, I'm trying to figure out this. Allstar goodies, and they used to have all kinds of cool stuff, and they moved it around. There we go. Server status. Nothing there. So, Bill, are you ready for tomorrow night? You're the big class guy. You're the guru.
I don't know yet.
You don't know? When are you going to know?
When's class? 6:30?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you got a couple hours left.
Yeah.
Yeah,
when you get prepared too early, then you're liable to forget it by the time you.
You're gonna peak, yeah. Oh my, they have changed the little dashboard of Allstar up a big time.
Dashboard of what?
Allstar. This is the Allstar link that Ian was talking about, and this is the main dashboard of what stuff is up, what servers are up and down, and all that kind of stuff. And wow, when I was in it, there was like 100 of us or something, but it looks like now there's 5,000 devices connected right now. Holy cow! It's a good way to link stuff back and forth.
Wow.
It's it literally runs the asterisk software that I run my phone server with. So it uses basically fixed connections over that asterisk phone PBX system to distribute stuff around the world. Oh my. It's kind of like a wrapper for all Echolink and IRLP, Internet Repeater Linking Protocol, because you can have both of those on here and connected over the same machine.
That's cool.
So you hook this up to the computer, you hook up a little radio to it, and then it'll link back in over the internet to produce your links.
What do you want to play?
What do you want to play? Is that global thermonuclear war?
Yeah, that was my Amazon, whatever this thing, responding to somebody's communication.
Oh,
we got everything in this room is responding to somebody's computer.
Got an Alexa?
Yeah. Computer, shut up.
Order Mark a new radio.
Yes, and charge it to somebody's card besides mine.
Alexa, turn off all the lights.
I did that once on a telephone. Somebody's daughter or son had one up and running, and I started over a speakerphone. I started spitting out commands, and the gal I was talking to just started screaming, "No, no, no!" Because it was working.
Order 100 pieces.
Yeah.
My son's got one, and it controls his home automation. You can say, "Alexa, turn off all the lights," and every light in his house will go out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've done that here, and it's kind of fun to do, but sure make you lazy.
I never can figure out, if you have one person in the house, it makes sense. But if you have two people in the house, it doesn't make sense because, hey, play this. Well, you got to use my account or my wife's account, or if you're ordering stuff, who does it order to? And I don't know.
Mine actually knew my name the other day. and I don't know. It said, "Thank you, Sam." My wife looked at me, and I said, "Hey, I don't know how she knows my name."
Right. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Just a lucky guess.
Right.
Yeah,
was
Alexa,
yours the one?
Order a dozen red roses quick.
Belay that order. I have never gotten the urge, I don't know why, to do all that stuff, but
we did put them around the house with tower units and the dots, and you can connect them together so you can play music as if it's, a total surround sound. We've got one on the back patio, but it's kind of fun, and smart switches.
Yeah, me too. And I like being able to, walk into the room and say, Alexa, turn on the lamp, and the lamp comes on. It's.
You're saying that we got another tower across the room lighting up. I'm gonna have to mute him.
Yeah.
Who's Sam or Alexa?
Yeah, or the snow alert.
Yeah.
We just call her A when we're.
We had to change the names of these around here to Echo because we had one of our grandsons. We'd play games with it, and he couldn't say Alexa, and he'd get mad. So we changed everything to Echo. But he would he could pronounce Echo, but he couldn't pronounce Alexa.
I was watching a TV show the other day, and the female role was Alexa, and driving mine crazy.
So even on TV, it does it?
Yeah, I mean,
They must have. I need to record one of those commercials. You know, the when they do commercials, they keep saying, "Hey Alexa, hey Alexa, hey Alexa," and it doesn't trip it. So I'm
Right.
thinking there's a pass band in there somewhere that they drop out like 20 hertz, and that's very critical to the receive side. Have you seen anybody talking about that to see how they do that?
It works on ours. If somebody on TV says that, it'll pick it up.
But a commercial that says it won't do it.
Commercial for Amazon.
For
Yeah.
Amazon won't do it.
Yeah. No, neither is mine.
And I've seen that. I knew one family that the son got a new girlfriend that was named that, and they go, "Oh crap, we got to rename everything."
Yeah, you've only got about 3 choices:
Sorry,
computer,
Dave.
Echo, and Alexa.
I'm afraid I can't do that.
You know, I was just thinking about that movie the other day. I haven't watched that one in a while.
Now, have they? I looked at how you could do those, whatever they call them, scripts or, they don't call them scripts, but whatever the software is to do that. I had looked at doing that. I thought it'd be kind of neat to set up some that would be amateur radio related. Has anybody done some of those that are amateur radio related that you know of on Alexa?
No.
I don't know what you do, but
Call CQ.
Yeah. Well, or the big thing is that's what you need to do is use Ian's Allstar link and hook it up to the internet and say, "Hey, broadcast this or send this to Scar's repeater."
Well, hey, Peter Core is posting some stuff where Alexa can help you learn Morse code.
Uh-oh.
Really? I need all the help I can get.
Let's see. Look at that. By golly. It was to do blink the lights. Oh, see, they got electric skill. That's it. It's Alexa skills to control the 7300. Oh, yeah. See, that's what I keep thinking would be fun to do.
Really? She's got a skill for that?
Well, this guy was working on writing one, is what it says here.
Oh, okay.
But that's why I thought it'd be fun to go do one of those. But you could do, what you could do is test studying. I need to look at that. Study for a technician test. And wonder if they've got one of those.
I have 2 of those Echoes, and I can't get either one of them to talk to my Wi-Fi.
You can't talk to your wife, right? What luck do they have?
My Wi-Fi.
Oh, I thought you said your wife. I thought Donna would ignore them. I thought Donna would ignore them. You need a good internet guy or a good networking guy to maybe help you out there, Wayne.
I know, it could be.
When I changed out my router, I had to go around and redo every one of my dots. And those are listening, all the time. All that's being fed to Google or to Amazon, and they're recording everything in the room.
Yeah, that is spooky.
Yeah, it's been proven. You turn off the internet, they can't do anything. If they can't talk to the server and find out what was that word he just said, so.
There it is. They've got a ham exam skill. Ask Alexa to questions from the tech pool.
Wow.
Ham lookup. You could look up. Oh, that's a good one.
I want the Morse code one.
Hey, who's N5HZR? Propagation. That's not bad. I don't know how that works. Apparently it thinks I have a...
So we've been going about this all wrong for the course.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's turn it over to Alexa.
Yeah.
Don't tell Alan. He'll be crushed.
Does anybody have an A device that they can try that CW thing?
I don't have any. I'm just looking at look. It sounds like you've got to put a skill in, but I don't have one.
Let me try one to the computer here. Computer, what's the Morse code for ABC?
Oh, somebody knows what they're
Computer,
doing.
shut up.
I think you can do that over. You can put an Alexa app on your computer. I had that at one time. That's why I've got that login probably. But I never did figure it out. I thought that's crack cocaine. If I get into that, I'll be. I won't go near it. I won't go near it.
Alexa, what's Morse code for A?
Oh, he got one running.
Sorry, flip my mic up. There may be a skill that has to be
loaded in or something.
Loaded in.
Yeah. Continuous wave. There it is what it's called. And yeah, it's bringing you to my login here. Oh, I got to go to the dadgum
Hey, Mark,
email. Yes, sir.
what time you're opening the meeting tomorrow?
6 o'clock. We start the Zoom at 6 o'clock.
Okay.
6 o'clock.
Well, I'm gonna bail out for the night. Start studying.
Okay.
Don't strain yourself, Bill.
Study.
I won't.
Study hard. See you tomorrow.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Good
See
night.
you.
Bill Locker.
See you, Bill. Take care.
See you,
Take
Bill.
care.
I'm gonna bail too. See you guys.
All righty.
All right. Be
Good
safe,
night.
Galen.
Thanks, Galen. Thanks, Galen.
Well,
so what else did Peter K slide in here while I was looking?
he doesn't say anything anymore. He just
Yeah. He's making dinner. That's what should go over there for dinner is what we should do. Oh, propagation report and Morse code and random stuff. Okay, cool.
Ooh.
I don't know why it's not sending me the email, but oh well, life goes on. I never even thought about doing that.
I can remember how to load a skill.
Yeah, this is sending me to online. And too many long time ago's. Too many. Oh.
Hey Ken, are you still on here?
Which one?
You're the only one.
What was it that guy
I-
told? That guy told us last night. He sent a message to his wife in Morse code.
Yeah.
And
Said I love you in Morse code, but she didn't fully appreciate it.
Yeah. She calls it something funny too. God, should have made notes here.
Beeping radio or something.
Beeping noises.
Yeah. Doing that beeping radio beeping thing.
Yeah.
There it is. Continuous wave launch. Okay.
Well, I'm closing in on my QCX.
Oh, are you?
Anyway, right now I've got a QRP transmitter and a wonderful code practice oscillator.
And no receiver.
The receiver's not, it appears to work. All the tuning steps seem to function normally, but there's just not much to be heard on it. And 40 at night, by the time I get around to play with it, it's pretty quiet. But I'm thinking I might pull the toroids and rewind them for 20 meter.
Is that all you need to do for that thing?
Well, there's a couple of capacitors. There's a capacitor to change, and then the core selection, and then just the number of turns. Primarily, there's a few capacitors, and for the low pass filter.
I'm going to be in trouble. I just did something on my phone, and I can hear the dot up in our bedroom talking about Morse code. My wife's going to be going, "What's he doing?" Oh my God.
You're in trouble now.
First he knows her name. She knows his name.
Yeah.
And now this. You're in trouble. You're in big trouble.
Either be on divorce court or Dr. Phil. My wife is insanely jealous of Alexa.
And I'm getting divorced. That's so you think the QCX has got a problem?
I don't know yet. The documentation is awesome. I'm learning it. It's a great learning experience. It is not a beginner's kit. It is not a beginner's kit, but they give you the voltages for all the bias all the way through the circuits. And I get down to the last IC, and a little while ago I was looking at it, and I found a couple of voltages that are out of whack. So I got to go look at the schematic and see. I may just be overloading the final stage or something, and I'm not getting anything out. I'm not sure yet, but he's done a wonderful job of documenting it and providing troubleshooting assistance without, and that doesn't not even go into the group, you know. But it's a nice kit. It's built. It's really well done. Very well done project. I just haven't. I'm still worried about the first transformer T1 with the 3 secondaries, and maybe I may not have got a good connection on it. So,
but isn't that used for transmitter also?
Well, it part of it. Now it's I don't know. Anyway, I got 4 watts out solid on 12 volts, and that's his goal is to get at least 4. I can probably get just a little bit more. And I've looked at it with a scope, and it's a good clean signal. And I've heard it on the transmitting on a dummy load on my ICOM, and it's solid and appears to be on frequency. So, but it's a hobby, but definitely not a beginner kit.
I'm trying to remember what that receiver looks like.
Pardon?
I'm trying to remember what that receiver looks like. There's not that much to the receiver. Isn't that a simple receiver?
No. This is a.
Is it pretty complex?
Pretty complex piece of work. He's done some pretty clever things in the circuitry to get parts count minimal and inexpensive, but actually he's drawn on quite a number of other ham radio operators that have put out papers on various circuits, and he's grabbed the best of this and the best of that, and with permission, and mixed it all in. So it's really it's an interesting project, I'll say that. But I've only just gotten down to chasing electrons on the receiver side of it. So I hope before I get ready to try to take our CW course on air, I'll have this up and running. But certainly I hope a lot sooner than that. But that's coming up pretty quick.
Yeah. Have you tried hooking it up to an antenna?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then comparatively to your 7300,
I put it on an AB switch, and I'll find an active signal on ICOM and then just switch the antenna over and go looking for it. Unless my receive frequency is off a little bit. Well, it'd be quite a lot, I guess, but I don't know. But there's not much out. 40 is really pretty quiet right now, except during the daytime. Early evening, it goes away pretty quick. So I don't know.
But I mean, what's okay? There's the kit. What's there to do wrong? I mean, I can see it not working at all. But what's the active components in this receiver? You've got some transistors.
You got several transistors, and there's a total of 10 ICs in this thing. 5 or 6 of them are involved in the receiver circuit, and it's just a learning experience for me. I may have a component just a little out of whack. Like I said, all of the bias. This thing runs basically a DC bias through all the op amps, and rather than individually, it just tracks that voltage through. And as you get further towards the end of the chain, it's when I get to the final audio stage that I'm seeing some variation from what I'm supposed to see. So I've got to look that part of the circuit over. It just may be overdriving a stage somewhere. I don't know. I don't know how I would have a resistor value swapped, but it's possible. Something like.
Yeah.
And it's close, but it's all of the voltages that follow all the way through the chain are very much spot on with what they're predicting they should be until I get to that last stage.
Oh, okay. So you're seeing a difference at that last stage.
Yeah. I've got a spot that I'm interested in now. So
got it.
But
so past this spot, you're not happy.
Yeah, up to that point, everything looks sweet. And I haven't followed the audio through with the scope yet, and I'm about to do that as well. So, yeah, it's still a really nice kit. He's done a really awesome job on that. It just blows my mind. People can figure this stuff out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's easy, and the good news is it's easy now to produce.
Yeah.
So
that it keeps it so cheap. I don't understand how you can buy this thing for $55.
I don't either.
I don't get it. I mean,
because it just
he's not being greedy. He's not being greedy. It's worth more.
Yeah, that's true too.
But
that's true too.
Anyway,
time to go. Talk to you guys later.
All right, Mikey. You got your tower up yet?
Mikey.
You got your beam up. I see on the Facebook you said you got it all up and running, and it sounds good, right?
Yeah. And then I woke up.
Yeah.
But I am looking at a Hygain 3-band, the Junior, the JR.
Okay.
For 10, 15, and 20. So we'll see.
Go for it.
So anyway, have a good one.
Later.
You too,
man.
Mike.
Glad you came by.
Later.
Now this kit, I'm seeing the instructions here, and man, this is like somebody's got way more time than I do.
Oh, it's a work of art. There's no question. He's done a beautiful job on it. I don't understand how it could not work as well.
You'll find out
documented as it is. So I can obviously I'm very talented at something. There.
Oh, what a cool way to do a heat sink.
Yeah, isn't that clever?
That cheap dude. That's hilarious.
I mean, it's a
washer.
Yeah, it's just it's actually the circuit board. The flats of those transistors are pressed firmly against the ground plane, basically, of the circuit board.
Yeah.
Right. For a heat sink, and being it's a Class E, it doesn't generate a lot of heat, but
so it's not the bolt and the nut that's the heat sink.
It's actually that's pressing it down on the circuit board, which is the actual heat sink.
Okay.
But I bet you could take and screw a little heat sink on top and gain a little bit of the, give a little bit more relief. I thought about that maybe. And he also publishes quite a few mods you can do. You can change the profile on the audio. You can do. Yeah, it's a like I say, it's almost a hobby unto itself.
Yeah, no, that's good. Yeah, you're gonna find something stupid is the right answer.
Well, yeah,
because it's always something stupid.
Well, it wouldn't. I mean, when you do the all of the calibration, it's all driven on board, and all the processes work correctly. With the band starts with a bandpass filter, which is part of that T1, and that calibrates. And it followed the instructions that he had very, very well. The trimming cap, when I first did it, was all the way off to an extreme. And so when that happens, you pull a couple of turns off one of the windings. Did that, and it tuned in, came in right and balanced correctly. And then the next 3 stages of tuning in the receiver, all well, everything peaked and dipped to the right, found minimums or peaks properly at values that he suggests might be okay. But like I said, when I get down to the last IC, I'm seeing some voltages that are a little bit off.
Is that an audio stage at that point?
Yeah,
or is
that's the final audio stage.
And that makes sense because all the RF he's tested for you, but the only thing that's untested is going to be audio.
It looks like it's getting down there and maybe pushing it off toward a rail. So whether it's the chip or the more likely, the way this thing is built is so cool too, because it just comes apart nice and easy. You can look at stuff easy.
Yeah, it looks. I mean, this manual is worth $55.
I'm telling you what, he's done. He sold over 11,000.
Has he really?
Over 11,000 kits with the previous model and the new one. He was just shy of 10,000. It may be close to 12,000 now. He sold a lot of kits, but wow, it's pretty amazing. That's just this model, and then the Whisper stuff and the
I bought a couple.
GPS and all the other stuff too. It's pretty amazing.
Oh, this has got CAD interface?
Yeah. 12 memories for it's an amazingly fully featured little transceiver. Cat control.
Mark, you're gonna want one.
You ought to get one.
Or 2 or 13.
Yeah.
I don't have time to do this.
It's going to be fun.
Surely you sleep sometime.
And it decodes. It will decode clean code. Built-in clock.
Is there anything besides clean code? Surely
everybody's so good. Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Yeah. But and of course it's got a built-in keyer. It's got it's an amazing package. It really is.
138 pages, and this is the page I want. It's on page 103. Holy cow. So where are you dying here? Let's see. Where's earphones are there.
Yeah, the second output. No, not the second output. The pins. Yeah, where's my notes?
Crap. He's got 12 op amps in the receive side.
It's a mess of them. It's a. Oops. Okay. Oops. That's not it either. Hang on. When I got down to. Okay, I see. I'm on page. What was this? 170.
I'm on 103.
The voltages, all the voltages.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, when you get to the IC10, the bias goes from all of the bias on the inputs and out on the outputs of the other op amps are about 2.5 volts.
Wait, what's IC10? Hold on.
Referenced against 5. When you get to
there's 10.
IC10,
There's 10.
it becomes half of the 12-volt supply. And pins 5 and 6.
That's the input, differential input.
There's a different. I'm getting basically the same voltage on pins 6, 7, maybe 5, 6, and 7. I should have written down what I read, but pin 6 in particular was quite a bit higher. It was equal to pin 7, like it was saturated. If that is in fact what's going on there. So
the IC isn't in backwards, is it?
No, it's not. I looked at it 11 times. He puts all of them basically pointing the same way, which is nice. He's really arranged the board nicely. Now it's incorrectly. Now whether I've got it's one of the possibilities is maybe the ground pin. That it's too much. It's too much. It's too close to right to be maybe a bad solder joint on a ground pin, but
yeah, because that's second to last stage.
Yeah, it's right at the very end before it goes audio, and it.
Well, it is audio at that point, right?
It is audio at that point. It is, and I think that's the only anomaly that I can find.
Okay, but 6. You said 6 is higher than 7.
Pardon?
6 is the input.
Is it?
6 is the input.
It's equal. It's equal.
It's equal. So that's not getting crap out of the gain out of that.
So that stage
10B
is doing
section.
something weird.
That 10B is getting screwed because it's coming in after the volume jack. You don't have a bad volume jack, do you? Tell me no. Tell me no.
I don't know. Anything's possible.
Right? It says volume. Is that a jack to go to the volume knob?
Well, the knob is 1.5 miles away, but
yeah, but that's what I'm looking at on my screen is 6 pins.
Possibility, but
but no, that you say it's equal. Even if it's a bad volume jack, you should get a better voltage.
Anyway, you're doing it, but I haven't got the schematic down to look at it, chase it out. I will. But once I get that, I think it's going to be pretty cool. That, and I would like to see 40 get busier, but nighttime it goes away quick.
Yes, it does. It does.
That'll get better here in the fall, but
yeah, it will. But
so the thing under the volume jack is the TX. That's the thing that shuts off the receiver when the transmitter kicks in. So it could be that.
Could be
that you're hanging that it thinks you're transmitting. Backwards diode there, maybe 41D5.
I wouldn't put anything in backwards.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I brought it up first, because I've never done that.
Wouldn't be the first time.
Backwards lots, but
that's the problem. I got 3 or 4 resistors in backwards. I'm sure.
Because that Q7 would short it, but you had a voltage there at 6, right?
Yeah, I've got. I have a voltage. It's about 5 point. I'm looking for 5.83 on pin 7, and it's very close. It might be 8.4, 8.5, and then pin 6 is identical, and I think pin 5 might be. But anyway, I got it down to the neighborhood. So all I got to do is chase that around a little bit. I think we'll be rocking.
Yeah,
other parts, all the other stuff, all the programming, all of the other features that are available appear to function correctly.
None of this is going to have any feedback, so the computer can't help you with any of this section.
No, this is beyond that. They've got it isolated, and they've got that stuff pushed away from the computer just for the noise.
Yeah, good for them.
So,
but yeah, that Q7 would shut it off when the transmit comes high.
And it may well be those voltages are whether it's keyed up or not, and I haven't gone
Yeah.
Far enough to verify that. You can also put it into calibrate mode and chase the chain out with the with an O-scope. So that'll
because that thing goes to ground. That just shoots at the ground and says, nope, you don't get anything past here. So anything past that that Q7 should go to 0. So whenever you transmit, you should see that go down to 0.
Right.
That would be pin 6.
And I haven't put a, I've got a loop. This was the fun thing. If you look at the manual, at the very beginning of the manual, he recommends using a loop to inspect your circuits.
Uh-huh.
It's this loop exactly, almost to the scratches on it. I mean, it's so close. So I thought, this has got to work. But anyway, it's been fun though. I've been having a good time with it. So
yeah.
Guys,
hopefully,
I'm gonna get out of here too. So.
I'll be.
See you later, Sam.
Make a noise with it.
Have a good evening. Be safe.
You too. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
See you, Sam.
Later.
Did you ever get that relay hooked up on that controller?
Yep.
And?
It's in work. It's in use. Check with Carl.
Oh, it's even been returned? Wow.
It's been hooked up since how long now, Carl? 3 weeks?
Yeah, after the fire.
After the fire?
Which fire?
Yeah, it's working very well. I even reprogrammed all the buttons last week, and so now the programming buttons work a lot better. They're in a lot better order than what I had them before.
Yay. Yay.
Yep.
Success.
That was fun too.
I was in touch with the company Hygain that makes that. They've got some new magnetic counters, pulse counters, to change out on inside the rotor itself. And they're more accurate and they don't wear out like the whatever you call the device in there.
The potentiometer, it's in there.
Yeah, that tells you the direction. And the apparently my 2 boxes are, even though they're the C the DCU3, they're apparently the chip in them is not the right one to be able to program those in order to use the pulse sensor. So I actually had a couple of those ordered, the whole kit, to change all that stuff out, and then had to cancel the order.
Oh, bummer.
So they've got a upgrade kind of thing? Is that?
Yes, an upgrade.
Do they offer the board as a part of an upgrade?
It's no. Well, I don't know. He did mention something rather about a board, but then he kind of changed his tune a little bit later on, and the apparently if it has the IC in there, the control IC, it has to be one of the newer ones. And if it's got that, well, then it can be programmed by them.
Well, how long's a potentiometer last?
Oh, decades. Depends on how much
Okay, yeah. Maybe if it ain't broke, don't fix it thing. But
you didn't happen to notice what the what's the main controller chip? What's it called?
It's basically the same. It's as I recall, it's a surface mount version of the AT Mega 328 kind of chip.
Yeah, you didn't happen to notice what the actual number was on that, did you? Or was that on any of the paperwork, maybe?
I don't remember, but we might have taken a picture.
Oh, that's right. Except
maybe I don't know.
Pictures when it was apart, did we?
Well,
surely you did. That's the only trick we have left in the book is to take a picture before you do anything.
It's scattered amongst these 2,000 or 3,000 that I have in here, so I shouldn't have much trouble finding it in an hour.
You guys have a good evening. Have a safe week.
See you, Mark. Glad you got your internet's fixed.
Yes, finally.
Yeah.
Had to beat them up to get them to fix it.
Yeah, you do.
Thank you, Mark, for the help on the radio. I appreciate it.
Oh, no problems. Enjoy.
All right. Talk to you later.
Later. Carl, I don't think we took a picture of it with a micro P in place. Well, let's see. There's some more stuff back here. I don't think so.
You didn't match that up with the schematic, did you, to see if it was the same number as what was on the schematic?
I'm pretty sure it was the same thing as on the schematic, but no, I really can't say that. I really can't say that. No. When I looked at it, it didn't strike me that it was different. I don't remember. I can't say that it was, but I definitely don't remember it not being the same. That makes sense.
Yeah, that, well, I figured that I just wouldn't mess with it. It was, if it would probably last for as long as I would want it to last. So.
Yeah, and it's probably a lightning thing more than anything else.
Yeah.
Yeah,
if it gets wiped out, then it might be worth sending it all back and have them rebuild it into the latest and greatest, or maybe just no more than it is to replace it. But depending on what your insurance covers, you have ARRL insurance.
No.
Yeah,
oh well, yeah, I guess I do since I'm a member of ARRL.
Well, no, you can buy the insurance. You have to buy the added insurance,
do you?
but it's really reasonable. But I haven't done it either. But most of the time, I disconnect everything, and right now I take the antenna's up right now outside. It's a bit cold, but I'm going to go out and take it down. I've got one up in the backyard. When I get my shack moved back around the other side of the house, I'll put it back in service. But right now, I'm kind of portable.
You unplug everything from the house power?
I usually unplug everything. Definitely in stormy weather, but not every night. I do turn off I've got a power distribution block, and I flip the switch on it. So that, and the antennas are in, and it's not, it's still grounded, but yeah. If it gets really stormy, I'll take the ground wire off too and just isolate everything if I know it's going to be a rough night. But
I haven't unhooked anything since 1985.
Well, the first time I leave it on because I listen to you, it's going to hit me.
I'm not telling people listen to me.
Hit Mark. It won't hurt me. It won't hurt me. Leave it on. Bam.
I leave. I leave stuff like this. whisper stuff running all night long. So it's got to stay running. And
Well,
we've got computer
sometimes, yeah.
stuff stuff that's been on at work for, 20 years. And, you can't stop a direct hit,
Nope.
full stop.
I don't care
Whatever
what
you
got.
do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whatever
Well,
you
if
do.
it's unplugged in the middle of the room and not connected to anything, you probably won't blow up your radio, but
Yeah. But the house burned down on top of it.
take out there's that. It'll take out the refrigerator, the air conditioner, and everything else.
Yeah. And
But the radio will be good.
Yeah. Denny's, they think, came in when he wiped out a bunch of stuff, came in on a phone line.
Yeah, there's a lot of ways you can get blasted. Anyway, hopefully by next week this thing will be fully functional. And maybe I'll be a little closer to actually using it.
I'm gonna bet it's a receiver or a resistor backwards is probably what it is.
Yeah, that's it. I'm sure you're probably right. I got the color. I got the tolerance band in the wrong direction.
That's it. You don't get them all going the same way. It doesn't work right.
Anyway. Yep.
Cheapers.
Well, next Monday, Alan has got the president of Strike Key Century Club coming on for a speaker.
Oh, cool.
So that'll be fun.
Man, I've got stuff going on every night this week, so I had to just dump it Monday. Man, that'd be good to go play with. Good.
So that should be an interesting evening.
Hey, did the other Ken that checked into the net say anything before he left?
Here, no, we never got any audio out of him. Ken Goddard. I used to fly hang gliders with him back in the, I guess, late 70s. Oh, really? Yeah, we never got any audio. We tried, and then the audio, and then he disappeared. We asked for audio, and he disappeared. And I don't know. I think he had a syllable or two that got out, but that was about it. And then
I say fly with him. We flew at the same time, but
yep.
Did you know each other then?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and there was a training hill that he was on for a while, and we flew at the same time at the training hill. I was helping the guy that ran the hang glider ultralight shop at that time, help him train, and Ken was out there, and he had a handy-talkie with him back at that time.
You're talking actual fly. You're not talking RC kind of fly, right?
No, I'm talking about hang glider.
Real, like get your butt off the ground kind of fly.
Like you,
oh, cool.
Like you go jump off a cliff.
No, let's just be careful here. You go jump off a cliff, not me.
I've never attempted to skydive. Everybody that I actually knew who did had at one time or another broken ankle.
Yeah.
Just like that was just like part of the game, I guess. But
yep. Or bad knees.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I'm in an airplane, in a perfectly good airplane, I'm not jumping out of that sucker.
Yeah.
Oh well.
I don't need it.
Unless the wing folds up and I've got a parachute, I might then. But
yeah, I was talking with my wife earlier this morning, and all the things that I ended up being really high. I've fallen off the roof a couple times. I've fallen off the top of a 60-foot tower.
Ow.
Jeez. And
the pretty much everything that I've ever done in life that where I've been at a high elevation and obviously came out of it okay. But yeah, I'm just more and more, I'm getting to be afraid of heights.
No, you should be afraid of low stuff. You keep crashing into the low stuff. It's the heights you have no problems with.
Yeah, it's not the fall, it's that sudden stop.
The sudden stop. Yep. Oh, well. I think I'll avoid as many high places like that as I can at this stage in my life. But two of my coworkers had very serious injuries just falling off a roof doing Christmas lights.
Oh,
you know, just
Yep.
never know. It's all the landing. It's all in the
Yep.
landing.
That my folks used to live out in one of those houses that had a very steep roof. And that was what I was doing, was Christmas lights. One of the times that I fell off of their roof, and I stepped onto an area that was kind of in shadow, and they had a shake shingle roof, and the shakes were slick.
Oh,
there in the shady spot. And boy, from the time that I realized I was falling till the time that I hit the ground was about half a blink.
It didn't go to slow motion?
No, not at all. It was just boom. Yeah, and I took out the rain gutter on the way down, and that's probably what saved me that. And there was a sidewalk that was right below where I fell, but I was going so fast that I completely slid over the sidewalk and landed in the grass, and my heels went into the grass about 3 inches into the soft ground where the grass was.
Whoa. Man.
Well, I don't think I can almost reach my gutters from the ground. And if I'm gonna put up lights, and I'm thinking about it, I think I'll probably be on a 1-step or a 2-step and just go around the gutters.
Yeah, I've always caused more trouble on one of those 1-step things because I stretch out too much. And
Well, if you don't want to be able to reach it, but still.
I do stupid things when I'm on one of those. And a real ladder, I know, okay, it's a ladder. Don't do stupid things. I did, we had you know what an A-frame ladder is? It's kind of a step ladder with a piece coming up center. I'd worked at Six Flags, and we were putting in a new show, and there was a bunch of panels that were, I don't know, 10, 12 feet in the air. And I was rewiring a contactor, a motorized contactor that did chase lights on the stage. And I was on top of this thing, you know, kind of sitting on the top of the ladder, leg locked in on both sides. And I woke up on the top of that ladder.
Oh.
And I remember the second time I did that, I thought I probably ought to get some sleep. But the first time it was like, oh man, how did I get here? And that was my worst deal, but I stayed away.
Back in oil field days, we'd run 100-hour work weeks, and
yeah,
I had a newbie with me that riding with me, and we'd been out for about 30 hours and coming back around by the Lawton cutoff on 240. I woke up because I had been driving, but I woke up and he was slapping me and steering the truck. I got lucky there.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, well, I think I'm going to sign off for tonight as well.
All righty. See you later, man. Good luck. I want to report on that audio section.
Maybe with a little luck, I'll have some good news tomorrow night.
There you go. Good try.
I'll see you guys tomorrow.
See you, man. Be good.
Ciao.
Good night.
Go and get out here myself.
All right, Larry. Anything good going on in your place? Nothing to report?
No.
Have you done any Allstar? Ian was talking about Allstar. I know you and I've talked about that, but I can't remember if you did any of it.
I have not. Lloyd Colson tried to get me into it one time, and I messed with it a little bit and reading up on it, and never actually started doing anything.
Yeah, I had one up and running, and I said, "Oh, that's cool," and then went on something else. But it's kind of a neat way to get through it. It gives you the IRLP and the Echolink stuff. I guess I understand it like if you're doing repeater work or remote linking. But Ian, do you know what your brother was wanting to do with the stuff? Was that to link you and your brother?
It's a possibility. He's got 2 nodes built already, one without the RF and one with like a modified 888 that he stripped down and followed some instructions and, hooks up to a Raspberry Pi. So it's like a little hotspot almost. So as long as that unit's connected to a Wi-Fi, then he can use his HT to call on whatever frequency he has that antenna set to and talk in, and then it goes over the internet to whatever other nodes he's linked up to. So yeah, if I can get a node here, I don't know what kind of node, then I could link it to his node and we can do whatever using RF or not or whatever through the computer. So
the idea, that would make it like a hotspot.
Yeah. And if I had more of like obviously you could set up your base station and hook it to a local repeater and everything. If you really knew what you're doing, you could set your RF signal up so that people could connect and then talk out through the local repeater.
Yep.
But that's a ways off for me.
Yeah, we all start in the same spot is all I'm going to tell you.
Yeah.
We've all been there.
I've been spending this time trying to get that that asterisk thing up and working, and to some extent, and I'm kind of almost there. It's hard to tell what it's really doing.
You mean you've got an asterisk server up and running?
Yeah, right now it's just on a virtual machine. So I got the whole install process on there, and then I have the web server for the Allmon installed, and I think working with that, but yeah, no. So I don't have any devices to plug into it. It's just a virtual
the asterisk for Allstars, what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I have my node number already registered, so I could put that info in. It's just the first attempt to see if I can figure out how to configure the software correctly. Basically.
Yeah, that's the new version of amateur radio.
Yeah. A lot of software.
Did you build you an antenna to get into the mid-Dell machine?
Not there yet. No, I haven't spent a lot of time on that just yet.
Well,
I was over in Tulsa for over the break.
Okay.
Over the holiday.
Have you heard anything on the mid-Dell machine, or just not had it on?
No, I haven't. I wasn't here because I was in the Tulsa area. Well, during the normal nets, whatever that I might try to listen to over here. So haven't been a little bit busy, I guess. I haven't picked that up.
Come on, you gotta get your priorities right.
Yeah, right. Hey, I'm here. I'm doing stuff.
Good point. Very good point.
Okay, somebody's running Facebook and this chat at the same time.
I think Ian's got something that's doubling.
I am not running Facebook.
Something's looping. Because I can hear myself come back. Wonder what that would be. on Zoom.
Okay, I shut everything else down but this, so it ain't me.
Yeah, no, it's if we shut there, it goes away now with him shut off. I don't know. Oh.
That's the problem I had like a couple of
Hey,
meetings ago when I was
yeah.
getting that 2-3 second delayed echo.
Yep.
So I was running the Facebook feed and this feed.
Oh, the YouTube. You mean YouTube feed?
Yeah, sorry. It might have been the Facebook feed or the YouTube feed. I don't remember.
But Ian's not running. You're not running the YouTube feed, are you? You don't
No,
have
I'm not.
YouTube
I
up
haven't
there?
been running. I haven't been running them since I started.
Yeah. Oh.
Well,
Never-
I hope I'll solve that. Otherwise, next
give
time
it-
I hope it's not an issue. If it continues to be, I'll have to solve
Isn't-
that somehow.
Isn't there a setting on the camera or the microphone rather that reduces the feedback from where it picks up what you just heard and rebroadcast it from your speaker? I think there's a setting on mine, but I don't know if it was with the camera or, well, camera and microphone together, or if it's in the settings for Zoom.
Okay, Carl, there was absolutely no audio, no echo on that audio.
Yeah, but
Is there
Ian
echo
is
on
muted.
my audio?
Ian's muted. That's why the
Yeah,
magic there.
it's coming from Ian.
Where? I mean, a normal
there is a
installation.
suppress background noise, auto, low, high, medium, and I have it on auto.
Well, that'd be background noise, not
Right.
what's coming through.
I turned off automatically adjust microphone volume.
Let's see if that worked.
That helped at all?
No.
Has it helped? I turned it off.
No.
So Ian, this is the only thing you got running, right?
Nope. Turn it up. There you go. But it's looping around.
Okay, yeah, there is under audio. If you click
Hi, Larry.
on advanced, and then the next page will echo cancellation.
Oh, that does have something. Look at that. Auto is what mine's set to. I didn't know there's an advanced down there.
Yep.
Signal processing.
So Ian, you might try the echo cancellation, might put it on aggressive.
Yeah, I don't have that setting.
Settings. The settings button.
I'm in Linux. I'm using Zoom for Linux.
Oh, there could be an answer.
I don't have that. It doesn't have all the bells and whistles quite as much.
Huh.
Okay, does it have a button for stop video? That it'll be right next to your mute button. Yeah, that's it.
Now what?
I wonder if a log out, log back in worth a try, or
Well, there's a little arrow on the side of that button that brings up your a pull down menu that has video settings.
oh yeah, I've been doing Zoom for ages. Not a problem.
No, I'm talking to Ian.
Yeah. But he didn't have this problem last time. It's the other story.
Yeah,
Yeah, you have to get to that setting by way of video settings with the little.
Well, mine just brings up the general settings box, and then I can go anywhere I want. I can go video, audio.
Right. Okay. Well, go to audio.
Yeah.
And then at the bottom of that page, it says advanced.
No, it doesn't for me. I don't have that.
Okay.
Well, or you may just drop out and you try dropping out and come back in, see if that does anything.
Using computer audio.
Okay. Well, let's see.
I dropped and joined.
Well, it doesn't seem to be doing it now.
Huh.
It's beautiful.
Must have been the first connection, or either I messed with something and now it's okay.
Yeah, but it's, yeah, I think it's probably the first connection. Something didn't go right there. Huh, cool. Because it's gorgeous now.
Hello,
Yay.
test 1, 2, 3. Sounds great.
No,
I
yeah.
guess.
Yay.
Now let's see if I can make it echo.
No. No. You haven't done this very long, have you? No.
Don't try to do it again.
What was Ken saying? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Yeah.
Anybody notice that Sam had CW going in the background the whole meeting?
Not really.
Good.
I noticed some, but it wasn't like enough to be annoying. Yeah, sorry I had to bail a bunch of times. I'm fussing with my travel, the travel agency. Well, actually, the travel agency that does our reservations over a $7.22 charge that they say my card was declined, which it rightly was because I changed my card. I lost my card and had to get a new one issued. I gave them the new number and they says, "Oh, well, that's invalid. We're not able to charge that." So you know what? If it wasn't a work card, I would just blow it off and wait till they tried to make a fuss about it. But yeah, I don't want to lose my job.
Yeah.
So I've been back and forth with them. I finally sent them a trying to be polite email saying, "Look, if you can't figure this out, it's $7.22. We've spent way too much of your time and my time trying to figure this out. Either charge me for it or forgive me for it."
Yeah, write it off. Because I can make your life miserable for $7.22, lady.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. And the problem is they can make mine miserable for $7.22.
Yeah.
And that's the pisser.
Yeah, don't tell them that. Shh. They don't need to know that.
Oh yeah, you get an unpaid charge, and I don't think it matters if it's $7 or $7,000. It just you're just kind of screwed.
Yeah.
But you know, of course, if I could drag it out till next October, if I had to, I could retire. So I'm not quite ready to yet, but I could.
Yep. Well, look at that. We got Ian fixed. That was the tough part of this deal. So what do you need to know about setting up your asterisk? If you're up and running there, you should, if you got the web stuff up and running.
Well, so I think just since I'm trying to just kind of do a dummy one that's not connected to RF signal and it's inside of a virtual box, I don't know if there's I don't know how to actually hook it up to see if I can
Well, you should hook up the node. You should hook up the node number and the stuff to go back to Daddy, the server, and it should connect on you should show connect on their website.
Oh, okay. So if I go out to the website and look for it.
Yeah. Do you have your stuff entered in that machine? You have no audio hooked up to it, but big deal. Right. It's just nothing. But it should, if you have it connected to that information, it should show as connected or whatever.
Oh, it has a last seen.
There you go. That's the kind of stuff we're talking about. Now it's got no audio, guaranteed. You're not going to have any audio, but if you get that far, the audio is easy.
Well, last seen at 3:18. Is this like in Zulu time or something?
Could be, because it's 3:45. It's 3:45 right now.
Tomorrow morning.
Yeah, that's Zulu. So it's 3:45 tomorrow morning right now.
Yeah, last seen 3:18. So I guess it connected to the website now.
Should it be up there connected now?
Theoretically, it's my box is still open and running.
Disconnect it and reconnect it. See what happens. See if that changes.
I don't actually know. Can I do all that from that Allman webpage?
Yeah.
So I don't know. So the Allman is telling me could not connect to Asterisk Manager. So that's
your problem.
Kind of got stuck there. So there's something going on between Allman and Asterisk. It's not finding it. Oh, I think I had a problem with my Asterisk actually. Now that I tried to run that and it's not liking. Yeah. Yeah, I remember where I got with that. It's not because I set it up and as a pseudo device or something. It says it can't
virtual device probably.
Where's my what's that thing called? Asterisk. No, that's not it. Almost. All right, here we go. Yeah, so when you go through the setup menu, you download the stuff from ASL and then go through the setup menu and it has something called a Dandy pseudo device, which I chose because I don't have USB devices connected to the node, right? But when I actually run Asterisk, it keeps saying unable to obtain RX channel. And it does that about, 6 times before it decides it tried too many and it's done. And then it dies. So definitely something's just not set up right, or I'm missing something to keep asterisk running.
I missed the error. What does asterisk tell you when it crashes?
Unable to obtain RX channel.
What that means is it can't find anything locally that you have hooked up.
Oh, like a microphone,
like a receiver. You have nothing. Yeah, you have no receiver hooked up to it, is what it's telling you. Does that make sense? Does that make nothing that it can receive?
Right, which makes sense.
Right.
I just have to figure out how to do that.
Right. Good, but it did connect to the mothership, because you see it on.
Probably. Let me go check the stats, because it probably did that when I manually ran it, like I just did. No, it didn't update the last scene. No.
So it didn't come. It didn't get. So it might have been when you manually ran it.
Which I just did also. So that maybe that didn't change anything. It's just at some point previously, about 30 minutes ago, I figured out how to do it, and then not since then. Well, sounds about right for a first try.
Yeah, that's. I've went down the same route, and I've done asterisk forever and ever and ever. So I know the error codes, but relating it to a radio takes a while to get figured out. But
I can give you some error codes: 4337, error 4319, error 4339. I've got 3 different error codes already. Oh, well.
Like somebody new just joined us.
Yeah, I heard that. Davis McDermott. Hello, Davis.
Hello. Hi, how's it going?
Pretty good. How you doing?
I'm doing well. I was just I tried to check into the net, but apparently I had my frequencies off a little bit, but I was looking around on the website and saw this, so I thought I'd drop in and see what was going on.
Well, hello. You tried to get in on the VHF net? That's what you were saying?
Yeah, I guess I have a little, let me grab it. I've got this little Baofeng 8.5, and I was on simplex and not duplex, so nobody could hear me, but I figured it out. I had to just dial in on 2 different frequencies.
Good.
That and the tone.
Yeah, I also had the tone off the first time I tried to check in, but after the gossip net, I got in and finally talked to somebody, which I'm glad it worked out.
Oh, good. Who'd you talk to?
I can't remember his name. It was a gentleman out in Tuttle. He was the one that could actually hear me, so I was glad. That was my first ham radio contact ever, actually.
Really? Congratulations.
Very cool.
What's your call sign?
KI5KLF.
Kilo Lima Foxtrot. Well, congratulations. You made it. You're in Yukon. That's going to be, you're not going to get to the repeater down here in Norman, probably without a good antenna.
Yeah, well, I actually live in Norman. I go to school down here, but my parents' address is my permanent address. So that's the one I use.
Okay.
On my license.
Got it. Yeah, then you should be able to get it. You should have got it. Good. Tuttle. Who'd be that in Tuttle? Would that be Dwayne or Wayne? Maybe.
Might be worth seeing if you can sneak a small antenna outside wherever you're living.
Yeah, that has to be out this window.
Or even inside.
Yeah. But if you hit the repeater, once you got your ducks in a row, then you got it made.
There's a gentleman that lives right across the there's like a little creek from me. I guess his name is Harold, and he's got a big old antenna.
Oh my gosh, you poor thing.
Oh, I think he just found an Elmer.
Yeah, Elmer. Harold's a good guy. He'll darn sure get you going. So yeah, if you're across, actually, there's three over there. Harold's over there, and there's another guy named Lee, W5LHG, and
that's the Harold I'm thinking of.
No, that's Lee, and then Harold is W5IFN, and
Okay.
he's over in that area, and then David Hickman, who was on here just a little bit a while ago, and he's the three of them are within. Oh, if Harold's tower fell, I think all three of them would go down.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're all in that same area, so you ought to hear a bunch of stuff from those guys. But yeah, Harold's W5IFN, and work him over. He's a good guy. He'll help you with what you're doing. Cool. What are you going to school for?
I'm a double major in political science and economics.
Oh, so you're not just goofing around, not doing too much. Awesome.
I auditioned as an officer in the Navy in May, so I had
congratulations!
A degree that I could graduate in 4 years with.
Yeah, he might. Unlike a double E, he might actually graduate in 4 years.
Yeah.
One of my roommates is a electrical engineer, actually, so he's
cool.
A lot more than I am.
Very cool.
Well, my condolences to your and best wishes to your roommate. I wanted to be one, but I never made it there, and you know what? I did all right despite that.
Yep. Well, good. So is this your first year in school?
No, I'm a senior, actually. Yeah.
Oh, last year in school.
I'll ship out in May. I'll see where I go. I get a ship in February. I'll figure out what ship I'm going to.
Oh, cool. A lot of those ships have amateur radios, capable radios on them. So if you make friends with the radio guys, you might be able to.
I'm sorry, I missed. What are you shipping out to do?
I'll be an officer in the Navy. I'm going to be a surface warfare officer.
Oh, okay. I obviously missed that part.
What kind of ship you think you'll get?
I'd like to go to a destroyer, hopefully out of Japan.
One that makes big booms.
That's what we like to see in the action.
That's what it does. That's what they do. Well, cool. You've been around this area for your whole life, or you just?
Yeah, I'm from. I went to high school in Piedmont.
Oh, okay.
Then I moved down here when the Navy offered to pay for my school. So I live in Norton.
I'll go where they're paying. Good for you. That's neat. There's another student over there. I thought you were going to say, and he lives. Are you over in the what they call Old Bay or North Base section?
No, I'm in an apartment complex called Campus Lodge.
Okay. This guy's over southeast southwest of Lloyd Noble. Jorge Duarte is his.
I'm a little farther north than that.
Are you? Okay. He's Jorge Duarte is his name, and he's got some HF stations built up in some of the apartments over there. He does a lot of HF stuff out of an apartment, which is kind of cool.
Really?
Yep. What's your next, now that you got a 2-meter on, what's your next adventure? Anything planned or?
Nothing right now. I've watched a lot of videos on talking to the space station and stuff like that. Me and my girlfriend were on vacation one time, and I just Googled to see where the space station was because her little sister was wanting to see it. And I dialed into the frequency, and I could hear some Russian coming over.
Yeah.
But there was no way I was going to hit them. But it was exciting to even be able to hear the cosmonauts up there.
It is possible to hit them with a walkie-talkie.
Really?
Yeah. Now, if there's 50 million other people doing it, no. But we're actually we've got a scheduled scheduled contact on Friday with Shannon Walker, one of the astronauts through the ISS. We're going to be talking with the Tecumseh High School on
And
Friday.
Mark, is that going to be online?
Yeah, it'll be zoomed here on,
or at least later after.
Right, it'll be zoomed here and then YouTubed, so it'll be around. But we've got a whole the crew that's set up a tower that has azimuth and elevation rotors that will follow it through the sky and do all that cool stuff. So lots of neat stuff. They do a lot of RIDI. Well, they'll send down a RIDI picture, so they'll send pictures from there. And whenever they talk about that, you can actually use your cell phone and just put the cell phone up to the speaker on the Bofang, and you can actually hear the audio and decode it. The cell phone will read the audio and decode it. And that's kind of cool to do from the ISS.
Cool. Yeah, the whole reason me and my little brother got licensed on the same day, and he showed me this video of a guy sending email over shortwave radio.
Yeah.
And that just, him and I were both shocked about that you could even do that.
Yeah.
So that's what set us down on this path. And I've only got my general license right now. And
that's all you need. That's all you need.
But
once you have your general, you're good.
There's really not much to upgrade to extra whenever you would want to, but everybody's on the general band anyway.
Oh, really?
Yeah. The big thing is if you want to do DX or distance, a lot of contesting kind of stuff, that's why you would get the extra. And it is a pretty good jump to go to that extra test. It's kind of close between, as you probably saw, the tech and the extra, a tech and the general are pretty close, but the others are, you got to do more studying on. But
yeah, I'm sorry that was relative for me, Mark. Considering that was my job.
Yeah. But mere mortals, people that don't get stuck with Smith charts every day.
Yeah. Real people that actually, live in the real world.
Yes. Don does radar technician stuff, radar microwave stuff, and but yeah, that's a really cool thing. That the email you're talking about is something called WinLink. I don't know if you guys chased that down at all.
I think I remember that from one of the videos, but I never looked into like actually doing that. I heard it's kind of annoying to some people, so I wasn't ready to get on there and do that right off the bat.
Yeah, that's got to get that's HF radios and all that stuff. Yeah, well, everything's annoying to everything is the right answer, but there's segments of the band that are dedicated to that, so it's not a big deal. We've got a kid here in the group that did a WinLink presentation for us. I'll paste the video into the chat, and that's the guy here in town that set that up. And he has a demo where he did that, where he bounced a signal from his house through Mexico City and then back to the internet, so that he could do email for an emergency communications thing. And it's slow. It's 1200 baud, but you're right. It's cool. We do a lot of it between here and like
so I'm kind of wanted to show
Puerto Rico.
What I did.
Yep, that's him.
A lot of like people on sailboats will do that to just check in with their families if they're like doing transatlantic crossings.
Yep.
Just to let them know where they're at.
That's used a lot for that. There's also a commercial version, and they limit our speed to 1200 baud because the commercial version guys don't like it that all the sailboat guys have ham licenses and won't buy their service. So they artificially slow us down. But they jack it up for emergencies. Like when Puerto Rico went down, they put us on the high speeds and let us do that kind of stuff. And we do health and welfare traffic out of those kind of places. Neat. So that WinLink can be a good thing. HF would be a good thing. There's a lot of cheap radios coming out now on HF. Chinese kind of things, Zygoos and all kinds of neat things. So when you get doing, is your brother here in town or?
He goes to, I'm sorry. Yeah, he goes to school in Springfield, Missouri. So I can text him, but it was cooler to try and hit them on the ham, which we haven't been able to do that yet. But maybe now that I figured out how to get dialed into a repeater, we might be able to do that.
Yeah. Do you have a DMR? You have a Bofang, not a digital, a DMR. The
Yeah,
DMRs you could do that with. The Bofangs are a little FM, and they will get you only probably 30-mile radius or 40-mile radius, somewhere in that range. But the DMR, the digital mobile radio stuff, works that way.
Yeah, I'll have to look into that. He is actually up in Oklahoma City right now, so I tried to get him to tune in for the net check-in, but he couldn't hear any of that. Even it's probably 20 miles up there.
Yeah. That gets tough without a good antenna up there, up in that part of the world. Well, welcome. We're here. You got any questions? Obviously, we'll help you out here, or catch us on the repeater, or on Facebook. I don't know if you hit us on Facebook yet, but we've got a great Facebook page with about 600 people that check that 24 hours a day. And that's all off the website. Glad you're around.
Yeah, well, I'll check out the Facebook. But gentlemen, I got to go to bed. I got class at 7 a.m. So I will probably see y'all next week on the net check-in.
Great. Good to hear you, sir.
All right,
Thanks
nice
much. Study hard. Well, that's kind of cool.
Good night, guys.
Checking out. See you later. That's
Yep.
probably a good idea to do. See you all next week, or whatever you want to do. But Tuck, there goes Don. He's going. I can see him falling over now.
Oh, I can give you more crap next week. That's not a problem. I would love to pick up those handhelds at the weekend, though. I'll email you.
Okay, I will. We're doing that Enid thing in the morning. So Saturday night or Sunday